All right. How y'all doing? Yes. Come on, DJ. All right, hey Kim, how you doing? You up in here? I see you, Kim. Where y'all at? Come on, y'all know how the deal is. I need y'all to comment. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? How's it going, Brenda? How y'all doing? Hey, Sandra. Hey, Kawami. How you doing? What's up, Jerome? Are y'all ready to talk about this stuff? Man, oh man, we got people crying. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, how you doing, baby? It's been so long. Yes, Monique is up here crying, y'all. Y'all remember yesterday, I don't know if you guys remember, but honey, it was a thing to see yesterday. Yesterday, boy, DL Hughley was dragging Monique. It was something nasty to see. I couldn't believe how hard he was dragging her, but he was dragging her up and down these YouTube streets. And honey, Monique and her husband are replying back. And I've been hearing, this is my first time watching it, but they're telling me that Monique, she got up here crying. She's going through it. This is getting real nasty, but we do have some good news. I don't know if you guys know, but Cat Williams will be joining the tour. Yup, you heard it right. Cat Williams. Well, Monique will be joining Cat Williams' tour. Ain't that something? Ain't that something amazing? Yeah, so she's going to be joining Cat Williams' tour. Hey, Gigi, what pic of Monique? What you mean? You don't see the picture of Monique? Do y'all see the picture of Monique? They still beefing? Yeah, you didn't know that? All right, so if you guys were not around yesterday, Monique went on Club Shay to address some things. She talked about DL Hughley and their beef. So DL Hughley went on yesterday and he spoke out about it. I'm going to play it here. And then we're going to play this new video that Monique just came out about. I'm surprised y'all haven't heard this. Have y'all been hearing about this beef? Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Jamie, where you been at? Jamie, you haven't been hearing about the beef with Monique and DL Hughley, Jamie? Okay. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Let's go here. I'm surprised. Jamie, where you been at, girl? You over there?
It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a wait set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy-ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do got captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints, I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does, she has the temerity to be offended about anything, as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that, because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says DL Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people. Except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family? How do you, well, I was on the road getting it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to. Well, Club Shay is getting messier.
Yeah! So that was that. That was D.L. Hughley, and he was very hurt by Monique because Monique put a lot of his business back out on Front Street. She accused him of allowing his friend to do the unthinkable to his daughter. If you guys did not know the story, D.L. Hughley, in a vulnerable moment on social media, he went out and he told everybody that he had a close best friend that was a man, and his daughter came to him when she was young and said that his best friend was essaying her. So D.L. Hughley asked the best friend, and the best friend said no, and he believed the best friend. He did not believe his daughter at the time, and D.L. Hughley said he regrets that. Okay, so later on, when Monique and D.L. Hughley got into it, Monique used that story to weaponize against him. The reason why Monique did that, because he had this joke, and it was like, would you rather something? And I think it had to do with Sydney, her husband being gay. You guys know there's a lot of rumors about her husband being gay. They have an open relationship. So Monique was very offended by that, the joke about her husband, and he pulled it. So that's where this is all stemmed from, but I'm sure Monique is going to tell you everything. You guys, if you guys can please like this video. You guys know I'm struggling with my channel right now. I need all the love and the support I can get. You understand? So please, we got 170 people up in here, and we only have 43 likes. So if we can get the likes up, definitely appreciate it. So let's play this. Let me take this off.
We did it. We're gonna wait for y'all to come on in, my babies. We ain't done this in a long time.
We ain't done it in a long time.
We ain't done it in a long time, Daddy. Look, y'all don't even understand why we smiling so hard, because we was able to get it set up. We was able to push the button. Hey, come on now. We want you babies to come on in here. First of all, how y'all doing?
Good.
It's been a minute, my babies.
Yes, it has.
It's been a minute. Life been lifing.
It has.
Life been lifing. Where we at, Daddy?
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, I think it's enough babies in there.
All right.
Let's go get it. Come on.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We just wanted to take a few minutes to address a couple of things that have taken place after the Club Shay interview Much love to Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
Good brother. Thank you for allowing Monique to come on the platform, be a listening ear, continue success on what it is that you're doing. Thank you for being a real one.
Yeah, baby. Thank you. Thank you.
We wanted to address first and foremost our brother, D.L. Hughley. And we are firm believers on what is right and what is wrong.
Yes.
So we got to start off by saying there was an inaccuracy as it regards Monique saying that there was a cease and desist that was given to DL to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
What had taken place, to be accurate, was after Monique spoke to Brother DL on that conversation, Brother DL said, what?
Well, after we spoke on that conversation, when we hung up that phone, the last thing he said was, it is what it is. And I said, DL, then we're going to have to get our attorney involved. That's the last thing me and DL Hughley said on that conversation.
And after having that conversation with Monique, we went and got our attorney involved, Attorney Anderson. At the time, there were some emails that were transferred back and forth between his side and our side, and it escalated to a point when we had our attorney on the email, whereby then finally DL said that he would scratch the interview.
Yes.
So it was inaccurate that a cease and desist had to be given. However, that was the next step, and that's what Monique remembered, because when I discussed it with her, we said that would be the next step. But to DL's credit, at that moment, when it had escalated, that's when he decided to shut it down. However, that is a bit different from how it seemed to have been communicated, whereby on the phone, they were having a conversation and it was kumbaya. Though he never used those words, kumbaya, it did not end with her being under the impression that this was going to be resolved and shut down. So we wanted to make that clear out of love and respect for Brother DL. And despite all the commentary that he gave, with all the crunches she be doing, the captain's in the front.
I do.
And
I do.
tell him.
I'm a sneak snacker, baby.
And she doesn't sneak when she snacks.
Okay. Hey.
But nonetheless, we wanted to be clear because at the end of the day, we black folks in this world of entertainment. And there was a level of harshness in his return that seemed a little bit exaggerated for the moment. And we wanted to make it clear, and I think Monique can do it best when she speaks in reference to what she meant while talking about DL in the past.
You know, when I watched DL say, she went after my wife, she went after my daughters, I want to really be clear who I went after so that there's no confusion here. When I was on stage, when I'm on stage and we are performers, we are performing to the audience in front of us. When I was on that stage and I said, it must be hard to perform oral sex.
Wow.
But differently.
Okay, on a coward. That had nothing to do with Mrs. Hughley. That insult was directed straight to you, DL. That had nothing to do with your wife. That was straight to you. So it felt like you were trying to pass it off as if I was going after your wife. When it comes to your daughter, to the baby that you did a post about, you did an interview about, I didn't do that interview. I simply reposted what you said. So when you say, Monique, you went after my daughter, that's untrue, DL. I posted what you said. And then when you said when you were really going for it with your shades on, and you said, Monique said, I stood by and watched my daughter be raped. DL Hughley, that's your conscience talking to you, brother. I never said that. I never said that. And I want to be a little clear about something else. Never would I try to do anything to harm any of your babies, because we got babies too. So never would I try to do anything to harm your children. However, what I was saying to your daughter and to the other daughters out there, I know what it's like for your daddy to know you've been touched and he not protect you, because my daddy did the same thing. That's what that whole point was. But I was showing why I would call you a coward, brother. I don't think it's brave that you didn't protect your baby. So when I said what I was saying, let me be clear to you, D.L. Hughley, it had nothing to do in reference to your family, and you know that. Now, when you were speaking and you were going off and you said, what did you say? She was so offended by the game we played, but you didn't say what the offense was. And that's the part for me that is disheartening, that you continue to try to trick and smoke and mirror our people. If you're going to say it all the way through. When you say family is sacred, you are absolutely right, baby. You're right. But when you say would my husband rather, and you co-sign your team of people doing that, well, isn't my husband sacred? So you got to be careful in your words, because the very words you use, DL, they're going to come back, and they're coming back to bite you, baby. And what I also said on Club Shay, when I looked in that camera, I said, DL, I love you, brother. And I don't know if you didn't hear that part, but we really do. We love you, brother. And if ever you get courageous enough to want to have a conversation, we're always open to it, because doing that, it shows how our community can get better. When you're wrong, as we have said to you, hey, brother, we apologize on that one.
Yeah, incorrect on the cease and desist. And I want to add one more thing. When you spoke in reference to your daughter being a reason why Monique stopped speaking about it, what you don't even understand, out of love for you, see, you can have a problem with your brother, but you're not going to take it out on the kids. And we respected the fact that she tried to defend you, but we got 3 big ass sons. That if we were to think about it in the same way that she thought about it, what would that be? But out of love for you, we're not going to go after your child trying to protect the father that she loves. But one could argue, based upon what you said about yourself, had you exhibited the same type of love and protection for your other daughter that your other daughter tried to exhibit towards you, there never would have been the commentary that you made about yourself. And I liken it to Brother Corey Holcomb, who I don't know. But I got a lot of respect for him because I heard him say something in an interview. He spoke about how Earthquake's son had came to one of his shows, and the young man was hesitant about introducing himself or reintroducing himself because of the rift between his father and himself. And Brother Corey was like, come on, man, no, you come over here and I'm going to give you love, because that was between your father and I. And it made him reconsider the whole thing and reach back out to an old friend. In my humble opinion, that's what real men do. We come from the old school. We're not going to have no problem with your children because we love them and we love you and we want y'all to win. Not at the expense of the community, though, being demeaned in order to get followers. But from the standpoint of if we come together, we're going to win just by default. So at the end of the day, when you get to talking about how Monique is not loved and this, that, and the other, that's your perception. But what I'll say is it is due to the love that we have that we're able to love those that say things that could be construed as hurtful, but we understand that the old saying of hurt people hurt people. So we don't take what you say personally, brother. And again, it's nothing but love. In addition to the fact, I'm Q-Sci-Fi. Just like you, except I've been in about 29 going on 30 years. I'm not going to argue with you, frat. Ain't nothing but love. So we wanted to extend that to you and let you know what it is. And again, if you ever want to speak, let's have a real conversation. But people needed to know where the confrontation on stage began, and it was from that day.
It was from that day. And once you own that day, DL, guess what, baby? We'll be good. Now, talking about we're gonna be good.
Talking about we gonna be good and talking about taking ownership.
I want to talk to my babies at the Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
I want to talk to my babies at the Breakfast Club. Listen, oftentimes people don't know what a genuine apology will do. They don't even understand. It allows us to say, we accept that apology and we move forward, because today, y'all own that. Today, Charlemagne, today, Envy, y'all own that. And I want to speak to my baby, Just Hilarious.
Come on.
I want to speak to you, little sister. And let me speak to DJ and Leonard first. Okay, because I can't I'm not going to do the nicknames. She's a beautiful asset sitting in that seat. And she's going to bring something very special to that show. And I know the community is agreeing with what I'm saying right now, because what that sister did when she sat in that seat, she was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see for years. For years. And just that baby sitting there with nothing but honesty, and said, no, we got to deal with this, y'all. We got to deal with this, y'all. You don't understand what that baby's bringing to that show. Because what she's not going to be bringing is, let's knock down, drag them out. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And because you babies owned it and you apologize.
We love you. And we loved you then. Not mad. And want y'all to win.
That's all. That's all. So if we start pumping out that positivity into our community, if we start speaking about the greatness that we are and the greatness that we're doing, guess what's going to happen? Now, do we still have to bring some to the mat and ring the doorbell, ding dong? Yes, we do. But we don't love them no less, because at any given time, we could be brought to the mat, ding dong.
Well, we make it a point of not messing with people that's not messing with us. And we hope that today for you guys, the feeling that Charlemagne got, Brother Leonard received from the community by big upping him for apologizing. It's kind of like a movie we used to watch with the kids called Monsters, Inc., where they would go in, they would scare the people for power. But then they found out laughter created more power. Y'all have the power to heal. Use it. Use it to heal. Use it to help folks. Don't hurt folks. Because what happens is, one of the greatest gifts we can have is going in our community and getting the love from our people. Forget Hollywood, because it's weird. Getting the love from our people. So we are proud of you, and I'm emotional about it, because I'm happy that y'all got an opportunity to do that for yourselves. And we love y'all, brothers and sisters. And Just Hilarious, keep that going. Keep that going, because you are a great addition, because there were others that would have sat in that seat and would not have said a word. So, nothing but love and respect for y'all. And one last thing. Thank you, Charlemagne, for not calling the brother daddy.
Okay, hey!
Thank you for not calling me daddy. You did the right thing, and you didn't owe me an apology. It was Monique. So we love y'all.
You know, and we said before we came on that we was not going to be long, and we were just going to say, you know, what we needed to say. But I want to say to our community, don't give up on us.
In terms of our community.
Yes.
Recordings just...
Don't give up on your relationships. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You got to keep going and keep pushing and keep standing strong. Don't give up on your love. Please hear me, and I'm talking right to the sisters. Don't give up on your love. Don't give up on that man that's treating you in a way that you have never been treated. Don't give up on that man that's loving your babies, and some of them may not even be his. Don't give up on that man that is taking your shit.
Or woman.
Or woman. And still standing strong with you. Don't give up, y'all. So when people say, why does he have to be there? Because he makes me better. He makes me stronger. He makes me happier. He's made me a better mother, a better wife, a better friend, a better entertainer. He makes me better. So listen, y'all, if y'all got somebody that is making you better, if y'all got somebody that's hanging in there with you when you know goddamn well you should have been dropped off, be unafraid to hold on to him. Be unafraid. Is it challenging to grow up? It's challenging. It is, especially when we've been taught some shit all of our lives and we've seen it. It can be challenging. That is why, D.L. Hughley, I have no hate in my heart for you, brother. When I see you walking through the airport with a support dog, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, brother, if you have to have this.
Why you going after the people like you do?
Why?
It ain't necessary. Be funny without all of that. And when we speak about Oprah, when we speak about Tyler, when we speak about CBS, we're not speaking about them to call them out. We're speaking to call them up, because the same way that the Breakfast Club was able to say, I'm sorry, the same way Brother Lee Daniels was able to go across the stage and apologize, the same way that we were able to say, we are sorry, it was inaccurate about the cease and desist, is the same way that Oprah, who teaches master classes, well, sometimes we gotta love enough. We gotta love the teacher enough to sit them down and say, it's time for you to be a student again. Tyler Perry, it's like, brother, the world heard you on audio saying you were wrong. You cost our family tens of millions of dollars. We don't hate you. We love you because you were trying to do the right thing. But as Gayle King said when she did that interview about Kobe Bryant, certain people suggested that she just stay quiet, but she couldn't. Don't listen to people that tell you to stay quiet when you've done what you weren't supposed to do, when you've done wrong. Speak up, acknowledge it, because it helps us help the community. And guess what? We are only human beings. We are only human beings. And we got to let you know we love you enough, because we know that's all y'all are too. Despite people making y'all think y'all are more than that.
That's it, my babies. That's it. And, you know, we have always spoke about when it ain't been fair, but we try to make sure we speak about when it is fair. We try to make sure we speak about when people do say, you know what, let me show you what I'm about. And I want to talk to y'all about our brother, Cat Williams. Now, y'all know that is my fraternal twin brother, non-biological, okay? And I want to tell y'all about my twin brother, Cat Williams, baby. Guess what? I'm going to be joining my brother, my twin brother, Cat Williams, on the Dark Matter Tour. So I'm excited. We are excited. I cannot wait to see y'all, Connecticut. I see y'all tomorrow night with our brother, Cat Williams. Albany, New York, with our brother, Cat Williams. And I'll say this too, and I told him this. I said, for as funny and as talented as you are, your heart is far bigger.
Real talk.
And that brother done touched our community, baby, in ways that he's never even talked about. Those are the real ones.
Because as they say, real G's move in silence.
Oh.
That said.
Give me a kiss on that one.
What you say?
My
love
name,
y'all.
oh, I was going to say my name is Monique.
Did you tell me they know who you are?
I did, Daddy.
Okay.
Shit, I forgot. We love y'all for real, my babies.
Thank y'all.
All
know how to
right.
cut this shit off.
Okay, Daddy, wait a minute. Bring it to me now.
All right, you
Can
heard
bring it to
her
me?
and her daddy, honey. Ooh-wee.
Okay, y'all, just hold on. Okay.
Child, you heard it here. What are y'all thoughts about this?
Is
This
it
was-
challenging to
Hold
grow
on,
up? It's
wait. So this was definitely interesting. They definitely felt this in their soul. Did you see them tears? Those was real tears coming from him and her, honey. Ooh, I gotta see what they said on the Breakfast Club, y'all. They are crying because whatever was said on the Breakfast Club. So I gotta hear. But what I'm getting to is, girl, this is all over. DL Hughley was playing gay games with her husband. Did I get that right, Steve? Stevie Ray, I see you up in there, man. Okay, because I had to remember, what was it about? So DJ DL Hughley, I guess, asked her husband a gay question. He said, he said, would you rather have sex with Lee Daniels with a condom on, or do it with a woman without no condom? Something like that, right? Is that right? Stevie, press 1 if that's right. Now, you know, ain't no straight man gonna ask another straight man like that. DL Hughley must have heard something from the grapevine. DL Hughley was playing on that man's sexuality, okay? Because didn't I tell you it was rumor? And you know who you probably get that from? Flame Monroe. Now, Flame Monroe is close friends with D.L. Hughley, right? Because didn't D.L. Hughley and Flame Monroe, didn't they do a show together? Comment, let me know. Flame Monroe, I think she's a transgender. She's a he, we, she, me, thee, fofo, go. Honey, she said she's a he, we, me, thee. Okay. She a comedian, child, and she was good friends with Dale Hughley. And she was talking about how Monique's husband go both ways, honey. Now, I don't know why she's going around saying that, but I guess Dale Hughley really believed Flame, so he tried Monique's husband on the air. He tried that shit. And if he is bisexual, that's his business. You don't put that man on Front Street like that. He's straight identifying. Okay? So this is what it came from. That DL was not there. What do you mean? You're going to have to call in. Ain't this what it's come from? Flame go by, he is a man. What? Listen, enough with the he's, she's. Now listen right here. Isn't that what it stems from? Them playing gay games with her husband because they think that he's on the down low or they think he's bi. DL should be ashamed. And Monique was very offended by, why would you even question my man like that? Why would you even play with my man like that? Take that off the air. Okay? And that's where all this riffraff came from. Do you think DL have an issue with down low men or bisexual men? Okay. If he is bisexual, I'm sure Monique knows it. Monique have a lot of gay friends. She got her trainer, that guy. I think he gay. I don't know. He got some zest in him. Okay. It was his crew. DL wasn't the one who asked the question. It was his team. Okay. Well, y'all got to let me know, Mark. So it was, now who is DL? Listen, they beefing over a teammate. Who is DL team? Was it a gay man that asked this messy question? Okay, well, who was it? Y'all ready for call in? I'm going to need y'all to call it, but I'm going to need y'all to get the likes up. Listen, we got 246 people. Y'all see me over here struggling, okay? I ain't never struggled this bad on YouTube in my life. You know I'm feeling some type of way about these views and likes. Can y'all please like this video? We are in competition. Everybody else is talking about this Monique shit, and I'm talking about it too at the same time, so you know my video's down in the outs. Can we please grow? Can we grow? What I gotta do? I gotta come out here and show my butt. Okay, these booty cheeks, is that what it is? Honey, I'm not selling my soul to... I'm not selling my soul to social media or Hollywood, honey. I'm reserved. I'm a virgin. I'm a Christian virgin. Shit. Everybody else said Christian shit. I may as well get the benefits from it too then, huh? Tanya. Hey, Tanya would been with me, honey, for 10 months. Shout out to you, Tanya. Tanya, thank you for never giving up on me. Tanya, thank you for never giving up on me, child. Okay, they say a black woman asked it. A black girl did that? No way. A black woman asked her husband. A black woman asked Monique's husband, will he want to be with another man? Is that right? Press 1 if it was a woman asking Monique's husband, do he want to be with another man? On that DL Hughley show. And I guess Monique was like, listen, DL, you should have got your people in check. And I don't know if DL, y'all got to stop messing with straight identified men. If he say he's straight, if he never came out to say he gay, that's not right for anybody to put anybody sexuality on blast, okay? Okay, or their gender. Okay, don't be asking nobody, were you born a man? It's not funny, but it's funny. You shouldn't be asking nobody that shit, now. Shit, did they tell you they were born a man? Okay, then. Did they tell you they like the same gender? Okay, then. Don't be asking those questions. You ain't gonna end up getting popped. When they pop your butt like popcorn, don't say nothing. DL was out all the day. Oh, so... Let me play. I got to get the phone lines open. Y'all going to call in if I open the phone line. Let me know if y'all going to call in.
For the donkey of the day. That's pretty fun.
Let me fast forward this.
Monique is from Baltimore.
Absolutely.
And that's her aunt, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm a sweet baby.
Yes. And Envy don't have anything to do with this. Jess Hilarious has nothing to do with this because she just got here Monday. Okay, together us three are the Breakfast Club, but I am the Breakfast Snub, all right? That's what Monique called us on Club Shay yesterday. Well, called me on Club Shay yesterday. When she was reminiscing over the time she received Donkey today. Let's listen to her on Club Shay.
We were able to do the special, and we appreciated them saying, listen, how can we work this out? Now, you know what happens with that? People were having call-ins when I said, this is not right. I was Donkey of the Day. Remember that? I was Donkey of the Day. The Breakfast Nubs called me the Donkey of the Day. That's what they said. And they had a whole call-in about how I was Donkey of the Day. But you didn't do the same thing when you found out we settled. Now all of a sudden, don't nobody know what a settlement is. It was really, really quick. We just won't throw it away. So with that Netflix special, it was just like, no, guys, I gotta stand up.
With my FICO, I get...
Wait. Ooh, I did not know I had a commercial right there in my face. Give me 1 second. Let's get these likes up, y'all. Please, I need the likes. We struggling. Come on, we are the winning team, you guys. We are a team. We got to win up here in these streets. We got to win now.
Now, if you remember Monique back in the day, like 2018, called for a boycott of Netflix, saying they lowballed her. Monique said in an Instagram video that Netflix offered her $500,000 for a comedy special, and she pointed out Amy Schumer was offered $11 million, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock $20 million. I gave her Donkey of the Day for that because it was, in my opinion, that Monique, wasn't on the level of Dave, Amy, and Chris, and she came on Breakfast Club and said this.
And what happens is when you're basing off of what you're assuming, and then you give me a title of Donkey of the Day. Is your mother still alive?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're from what city in South Carolina?
Moncks Corner, South Carolina.
Moncks Corner. And if I was to call your mother or your grandmother, could they tell me stories of inequality that they had to deal with?
Absolutely.
So would your mother be a donkey?
No.
Would your grandmother be a donkey?
No.
I need you to explain how you gave me the title because you're not explaining it. You're going off of what I assume. But because you're on that microphone, And when we open up these microphones, we know just how powerful our voices can be, don't we, Angela?
Yes, we do.
And we know that what we say can become law. Correct, Lenore?
Absolutely.
So when we do that, we must then explain it to our community because we know how poisonous it can be when we put things out, but we can't back it up. We just say it.
She's right. Netflix ultimately ended up taking back their offer, and then in 2019, Monique sued Netflix for failing to negotiate in good faith. The federal judge in the case sided with Monique, and in 2022, the lawsuit was settled out of court. Dropping the clues bombs for Monique, okay? Here's the thing. I've said this before, and I've said it a few times on this radio. When it comes to that point, Monique was right. I should have minded my black-owned business, okay? And she's right when she speaks on the power of the microphone because people from Netflix were definitely reaching out to me behind the scenes, and they tried to explain why Monique didn't get the money that Amy, Dave, and Chris got. Doesn't matter what the conversation consisted of. Just know, as I just said, Monique sued them, and they settled. So there clearly was some validity to the injustice that she spoke of. Monique, you were right. Okay, I've said that before on this radio, and I'll say it again so you hear me. I had no business speaking on your business, okay? There's absolutely a pay discrepancy for black women. Black women are typically paid only 67 cents for every dollar paid to white men, and the wage gap actually widens to 65 cents on the dollar for black women who hold doctorate degrees compared to white men with the same education, okay? Not to mention, all the proof is in the pudding. When you see a company as big as Netflix with all the money Netflix has, they could have dragged this out, okay? They settled with Monique, okay? And still put out a Monique comedy special, all right? We've heard Taraji come out and complain about the pay discrepancy in Hollywood. Look, we can have a million conversations as to why that is, what that is. The moral of the story is too...
I want to get to the point what made Monique and them cry. Don't y'all want to get to it? Because he just yapping. I'm going to fast forward. What made Monique and her man cry?
It was Envy's idea to open the phone lines for people to comment on your business. Wasn't mine, okay? But I truly... were you going to apologize?
I apologize, Monique.
Okay.
And I think you should apologize to her husband as well.
What do you got to do with this?
Because it was both of them. Both of them was doing this, and both of them felt disrespected. That's her manager. You
He
should
wasn't
apologize.
here?
He was here. He was outside. You should apologize
He's
to her
always
husband as well.
around. That's the
it.
thing. He's always here.
He was
He
on.
called?
He called in. Yeah, apologize to the husband too.
Well, apologize to her husband. I apologize to her husband. Sydney, right? That's his name?
Sydney.
Yes.
I truly, truly, truly pray this apology is received by you, Monique, and I hope you heal, because I feel like when I hear somebody talking about something for a long...
I'm going to fast forward. Is Jessica Hilarious going to talk? I want to hear Just Hilarious, because they have to do is Just Hilarious.
You see her?
Absolutely. That's good. You're doing what's right, sitting over there looking like a wannabe ass Bokeem Woodbine.
I just knew you had something to say.
Yeah.
I just knew it.
I'm going to keep on saying you look like DJ Paul Nub. That's what you look like. And his look a little better, I think. Yeah.
Let me light my damn... Put my lighter.
Yeah. Like that sage.
I just said just open up
Okay.
the phone lines. That's positive.
No,
Now
but
I
that's
throw
all-
you under the bus.
No, situation now. It's 5 years later. Right? It's
That's right.
6 years later, actually.
800-585-1051. Let's open up the phone. Apologize to Monique and Big Daddy and Sydney. So let's open up the phone lines and have a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. Big Daddy.
That never happened.
You should have said I apologize to Big Mo and Big Daddy. That's what you should.
Okay, look, I went through this whole little video clip. I'm trying to figure out what did Jess say so special. But you know, maybe it was special to him for crying. The little clips that I paid y'all, do y'all see why Monique and Sydney was crying? Huh? Press 1 if you understood why they was crying from this clip that I played. Press 4 if you don't get it. And you know what? I don't get it. And maybe it ain't for me to get. But I wanted to see because they was crying over this clip. And I was like, well, hell, I got to see this clip they're crying over. Okay, so I'm going to play the little cry moment real quick because I was like, what is going on? It really broke down Sydney.
Not mad and want y'all to win.
That's all. That's all. So if we start pumping out that positivity into our community, if we start speaking about the greatness that we are and the greatness that we're doing, guess what's going to happen? Now, do we still have to bring some to the mat and ring the doorbell ding dong? Yes, we do. But we don't love them no less because at any given time, we could be brought to the mat. Ding dong.
Well, we make it a point of not messing with people
Come on.
that's not messing with us. And we hope that today for you guys, the feeling that Charlemagne got, Brother Leonard received from the community by big upping him for apologizing. It's kind of like a movie we used to watch with the kids called Monsters, Inc., where they would go in, they would scare the people for power. But then they found out laughter created more power. Y'all have the power to heal. Use it.
I'm sorry for laughing.
Use it to heal.
The way she looked at him and said, I'm so immature. I really need y'all to call up in here and get me together. I am so immature.
Use it to help folks. Don't hurt folks. Because what happens is, one of the greatest gifts we can have is going in our community and getting the love from our people. Forget Holly weird, because it's weird.
Okay. Now, I don't mean to cause no ruckus. Okay, I don't mean to cause no ruckus, y'all. I need them likes up. But okay, he said he want love from his people. He want all black people to get along and stick along. That sounds nice, but I don't think it's possible. I don't trust y'all. I trust my people, my fan base, but outside the ebony community, I don't trust y'all. And I'm not doing all that. Comment, let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys think the ebony community, he got a dream like Martin Luther King, child? He want all the black people in the community to get along and have respect for each other. Is it possible? Press 5 if it is. Press 10 if it's not possible. I don't think it's possible. I'm not even going to pretend like it is because I'm not going to gas myself up to be disappointed by y'all. No, thank you. Shit, I accept y'all for who y'all are. Y'all have showed me plenty of times. You know how long I've been on this planet Earth. Y'all have shown me plenty of times who you are, and I believe you to do exactly what you going to do, okay? So I'm not about to gas myself up. Now, he said Holly weird. He said, you know what? That is Holly weird. But honey, they thought that marriage of y'all's was very weird. See? Okay. See? And honey, when they say Holly weird, do y'all be thinking they be saying like the gay people? I don't know. I'm not trying to be homophobic shit. You know I'm part of LGBT. But it seemed like anytime they talking about some weird shit in Hollywood, it always got to do with some gay shit. Am I the only one that see it or feel that way? Comment, let me know. Or am I tripping? I don't know, child. Press 20 if every time they talk about some weird stuff in Hollywood is some gay shit. Okay, press 25 if I'm tripping. You know, that's not what it is. Okay, because that's all I see, the correlation. So it was rumored that him and Monique, they have an open marriage and they have men and women in and out their bedroom. And people also find it weird that her husband always speaks for her and always going to business meeting for her. So they find that is weird. And a lot of people in the public find it weird too. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that see that or feel that way. Like, it's like weird. It's like weird is another word for gay. It's like weird is another word for gay, especially when they talk about that Holly weird shit. It got to be some gay shit, okay? I've been calling it Holly weird for the longest. Well, child, usually when they say some weird shit, it's some gay shit going on. That's what I see. But like I said, maybe I'm tripping. So I'm gonna go here. And I'm going to add the phone lines because I want you guys to call in about this. So give me 1 second. You're going to hear a noise. Just be patient.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
That's the noise I'm talking about.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions.
Your show is scheduled to start in 30, 5, seconds.
People. So we are proud of you, and I'm emotional about it because I'm happy that y'all got an opportunity to do that for yourselves.
Okay, so he says that he's happy that Charlamagne got the opportunity to do
Your
it
show
for.
will go live in 5 seconds.
Listen.
4, 3,
Ma'am.
2, 1.
I can't stand when somebody talk over me. There we go. I can't stand when somebody talk over me. I'm talking. So, one, isn't it good to see a black straight man crying on the internet? Isn't it good to see a black straight man being emotional and expressive over the internet? Because you don't see this often, do you? I think that we seen Joe Budden cry. He get emotional, but he started yelling and screaming, girl. But, he really felt that, and he says that, Charlamagne got to do it for himself. He got to apologize and realize he was wrong, and he's crying because Charlamagne acknowledged he was wrong, and it healed Charlamagne. Charlamagne got to heal from it. Now, I don't know. I'm tripping. Maybe when I looked at Charlamagne apologizing, to me, it felt, I don't know if he got some healing from it. I don't know. Maybe I'm too immature. Maybe I don't see stuff like he sees stuff. Can y'all please call in and help me out? What is it, y'all? I'm not comfortable with it yet. What is it? Do you guys know? It says real man can cry Jesus for a period. What? What you say about a period? Why y'all talking about, Lord, I'm not about to talk about no periods, okay? What?
And getting the love from our people. Forget Holly weird, because it's weird. Getting the love from our people. So we are proud of you.
He said getting love from his people. So Charlamagne, they're black, getting love from his people,
And I'm emotional about it because I'm happy that y'all got an opportunity to do that for yourselves. And we love y'all, brothers and sisters. And just hilarious, keep that going. Keep that going.
Girl, child, you done made Monique break down and cry. Shit. If daddy crying, she gotta cry. Shit. When daddy hurt, she hurt. That's what she said. She said, when daddy angry, I get angry. When daddy cry, she cry. When daddy said, she said, and I don't mean to laugh about it because it ain't nothing funny, okay? This is black love. This is what real black love, look like. I know y'all jealous. Shoot. Okay, let's go.
Keep that going because you are a great addition. Because there were others that would have sat in that seat and would not have said a word. So,
why can't Tyler Perry come out and cry and say he apologized? Tyler Perry, we got a straight man that can do it. Why can't you do it? Okay, and you allegedly is down low homosexual. Okay, but I guess every gay ain't the same, right? Every gay is not emotional. Some is real tough, So you just never know. Sexuality has nothing to do with how they express or how hard they are or how soft they are, right? Can y'all please call in?
Nothing but love and respect for y'all. And one last thing. Thank you, Charlamagne, for not calling the brother daddy.
Okay, hey!
Thank you for not calling me daddy. You did the right thing, and you didn't owe me an apology. It was Monique. So, we love y'all.
And
Wow, you just never know how far, I guess, an apology really means. Cause I saw the Breakfast Club, but I didn't think much of it. But anyway, it don't got nothing to do with me. But it really affected Sydney and Monique. It really affected these two. And I don't know, do you really feel like it affected Sydney more than Monique? And Monique is really going off her husband's feelings. And, because they said her husband is really deep in her ear. So she really has a heartbeat that's one in sync with her husband. So if her husband is mad, she's mad. If her husband's sad, she's sad. So and Monique hasn't always been this way. Girl, I don't know. I need y'all to call in.
We said before we came on that we was not going to be long, and we were just going to say, what we needed to say. But
He's still looking at the thing. He want to cry. What is he crying about? Is he crying about something else? I don't know. It feel like something else behind the scenes is going on. Do you feel like it's something deeper than he's crying about? And I could be wrong. I'm not Sydney. I don't feel the way Sydney does. And whatever he said is right. I just can't relate. So that's why I'm like, well, is anything deeper behind the scenes? Press 2 if you think it's something deeper behind the scenes. Press 7 if you think it's not. He said what he said. And not, he is right. He said what he said. He's crying because black people are accepting him. Don't that sound like a gay man would be crying because another straight man accept him? I don't know. I know that's... Never mind. Let's just play.
Say to our community, don't give up on us.
In terms of our community.
Yes. Don't give up. Don't give up on your relationships. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You got to keep going and keep pushing and keep standing strong. Don't give up on your love.
So y'all heard that? And I did a poll. I said, so do you agree with her? Don't give up on your man. Don't give up on your spouse. And 79% of you guys said, yes, you agree. You're not going to give up on your spouse. 21% says no. So let's ask the hard questions. If you saw your man with the same gender, okay? If you saw your man in a Will Smith and Diddy position, would you still hold him down or would you opt out? Okay, because she said hold him down. And I'm imagining for hard times. You know what I mean? Press 1 if you still going to hold down your man. press 5 if you going to opt out. Huh? That ain't reaching. That's real shit. Don't act like, okay, they say I'm reaching with it. I'm reaching. Okay, I need to see them numbers. What y'all saying, 1 or 5? What y'all saying, 1 or 5? Huh? Yeah. And I want to know, do you guys think that question is reaching? Is it not reality that your man could be with another man? Is that reality or is so far-fetched? Comment, let me know. I don't know. Okay. Press 25 if that is so far-fetched that, a straight couple will have one mate that may be messing around with the same gender. 25 if that's so far-fetched. Straight people don't do no shit like that, okay? Press 30 if that is reality and it happens more often than you think. So that is a good question because you may have to be faced with that reality one day. Okay, it's always the ones that never think that it will happen, right? I'm just saying. I didn't understand the question. I've been through that before. And no, hold him down. We got divorced. All right. Well, let's ask another one then, okay? If your husband took out 99% of your money without you knowing, would you stay in the marriage or would you divorce? Press 40 if you're going to stay. If your husband took 99% of your money without letting you know, and he spent it on something that's crazy. 40 if you're going to stay. 50 if you're going to divorce. If your husband took money, some money out your bank account and just spends. All right, comment, let us know. Are you going to stand down? What is in my throat? The numbers or the link don't work, Messy. I'm trying to come up. Well, come up. It did work. Hello, 515. Are you there? Or 61? Is this 515 or 615? 515. How you doing? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. What's your name? And where you from?
This is Michael. Nice.
Hey, Michael. How you doing? Where you from, Mike?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, so you guys see Michael here from Chicago. Everybody say, hey, Mike. And you guys see it does work. So, Mike, what are your thoughts or questions about the matter?
Well, they're crying because Monique went on his show like 5 or 6 years ago telling her story about how Netflix wouldn't pay her the same that she was getting Amy Schumer, who isn't funny. And Charlamagne the God sat back and laughed in her face. It ended up giving her the donkey of the day, and he didn't care. He was trying to make views and everything else. And she feels vindicated because she finally won the case. Because Taraji came out and said that black actresses aren't paid the same. So that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. So that's why he was crying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's why he was crying, because she got an apology.
Yeah, she got an apology.
Okay. Well, that's sweet of him.
Viral because she ended up calling him at the end of the video. The movie that slave movie that came out. She said that he was that man who took his wife and sold her off to the white man and came back and got her. Birth of a Nation. Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Because the way he dogged her out on the radio.
Yep. All right, Mike. Well, I thank you. I appreciate you. We're going to let you go. Well, you see it. Mike didn't call from Chicago, so you guys can call in. OG, we don't have the link no more. I switched it over to OB. Child, we don't got the link. You got to call in, baby. The phone call is free. You don't got to worry about getting charged. Okay, nobody can see your number. So you guys call in. Don't be afraid. The phone number is free. Call in, and we want to talk to you. We want to know what you guys have to say about this. So while y'all calling in, or I'm waiting for somebody to call in, I'm going to play a little bit more.
Please hear me, and I'm talking right to the sisters. Don't give up on your love. Don't give up on that man that's treating you in a way that you ain't never been treated. Don't give up on that man that's loving your babies, and some of them may not even be his. Don't give up on that man that is taking your shit.
Or woman.
And still standing strong with you.
Okay, why would you give up on a man that's treating you good? Does this make sense to y'all? She said, don't give up on that man that's loving you. Who gonna give up on a man that's loving them? It gotta be something wrong with that man for you to tell me don't give up on him, right? Come on now. That's just like telling me, child, don't give up on that man because he's a billionaire. Hell, I'm gonna stay with his ass because he's a billionaire. Make it make sense. Y'all, am I lost? Okay. Am I in the wrong for thinking that way? Comment, let me know. Everything that she said was good. Like, don't give up on your man if he cooking for you, girl. Don't give up on your man if he got 10 inches, girl. Don't give up on your man if he rub your feet every day. Don't give up on your man if he rub your back every day. Don't give up on your man if he buy you a Mercedes. Hell no, I ain't giving up on that man. Okay? Help me out, Jessica. I don't get it. Jessica, I don't get it. Did she just want a pat on her back? Did she just want a hallelujah? Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. Call in here, let me and help me understand. Okay. That's true, Gigi. I never thought about it like that. Can y'all please call up in here so I can understand, because maybe it's something wrong with me. It's deeper than that. Well, Silk Queen, come up here and call in.
Don't give up, y'all. So when people say, why does he have to be there? Because he makes me better. He makes me stronger. He makes me happier. He's made me a better mother, a better wife, a better friend, a better entertainer. He makes me better. So listen, y'all, if y'all got somebody that is making you better, if y'all got somebody that's hanging in there with you when you know goddamn well you should have been dropped off, be unafraid.
So is she talking about herself when she said she should have been dropped off? She sound like y'all tell me. Be yourself. You sound like you don't love yourself. Do she sound like she love herself? She says that, knowing damn well she should have been dropped off. She almost sound like she's not deserving of his love, right? That's what I'm getting. She's not deserving of his love. And I felt that way. Shit. But my whole reason it was different, you know what I mean? Because, I'm trans and everything. And honey, my look wasn't looking right, okay? But girl, I don't know. Comment, let us know. Oh, we got a caller. Calling from 219. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Michelle. Can you hear me?
Hey, Chriselle. How you doing? Where you calling from, Chriselle?
It's Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Michelle, where you calling from, Michelle?
Yes. I'm calling from Maryville, Indiana.
Indiana. Shout out Indiana. Tell Michelle. Everybody say, Michelle, hey. So what's your thoughts about this, Michelle? Hey.
Hey.
What's your thoughts about this, Michelle? Talk.
Okay. Well, I was going to answer your question. I hear you in the background.
You can turn that off.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Okay. What I want to comment on is when you asked who would get rid of a good man if they knew they had a good man.
Right.
Our problem with that in the black community, whether it's a good man or a good female, why would you get rid of them, is because a lot of us don't know if we're deserving of that love because we're not used to that kind of love. I have an example of a girlfriend who got a good man. They're married now, and they have children, thank God. But she was used to niggas that came from jail, dogged her out. She paying all these bills, and they ran her car and all kind of different things. So she wasn't used to that good man, because the one that she did choose to allow to be her first husband, he was just a straight asshole. We're talking about eating on different sides of the stove where he would cook steaks and all these things for him and his boys, and she's sitting there with a can of vegetables. So if you don't feel like you're deserving of that love, when you get it, and that's the guy that she's married to now, what ended up happening in that case is she didn't understand why he would never have an argument with her or go back and forth with her when she had different hang-ups, and he would try to explain to her that he just wasn't that kind of guy. So what I need to do is let you erase what you know about me and let me show you. And she finally got it after about 3 years because he hung in there with her. He allowed her to change on her own. And she's very grateful and thankful for that man because he was her number one, and he is her number one. But that's what I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, since you put it like that, I understand that, and that message is not for everybody, but the message is for, it's for people that don't feel like they deserve good, real love. And
Right.
because
Because they don't know it. They only know what they know.
right, because people, I guess they reject good love or a good person, so that's people issue. See, yeah, see, I'm not gonna reject none of that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not my
And then they feel
problem.
a lot of times too that if somebody's doing things for you and being nice to you, they want to know what's the catch. What's the catch? Failing to realize that the catch is them. They are the catch. And a lot of people miss out on love because of that.
Yeah, I feel you. I think I had one situation like that. I was young though, and he was older, and he had all this, and I've never experienced that, and I always wanted to know why, because you can get somebody else. I was not on his level, so I can understand that.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say.
Well,
I'm
thank
glad
you.
they ran in there because I do believe they are a good example of black love as well. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. And you have to communicate with each other. And the good thing is they were friends first. And I always thought that was very important in relationships to be friends with the person that you end up, as some people say, crossing that line with. But sometimes that line has to be crossed because that's the person for you. That's your soulmate. That's your soulmate. So I give them a kudos. Give them a kudos on that because they've been through it. And then something else that a lot of people fail to realize, not only is he her best friend and her soulmate, he is her manager. So he does a lot of talking and speaking because that's one of the roles that he plays outside of being her husband and her best friend. He is her manager. And he's not new to this managing game. That's all he's done since he's graduated college. So I wanted to add that little note there. So I love it. I love it. But I'm glad you let me come on, Gigi.
I'm glad you called in to explain and talk about it so we can get a different perspective.
Yeah. So I thought I'd reach out.
I'm glad you did.
So I'll listen. Keep your heads up, because there's somebody out there for you, every one of you. Keep your heads up.
Keep your head up, ooh, child. Come on, sing it with me. Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things get brighter. Ooh, You say you ain't singing, all right.
I can't sing because I don't remember all the words.
I can't sing either. I just felt it.
I can't remember the words to songs. I used to be the one getting the song magazines back in the day where they had all of the words to the songs in them, and I sing from there. But
now, can you talk to me about this, Michelle? Now, was this all over somebody at D.L. Hughley talk show that was playing with her husband's sexuality?
Now, I haven't seen that particular topic line because I'm just kind of filtering around the internet right now. But I would just say, in the past and the present, a lot of people do believe that he goes both ways. But if he does or doesn't,
right, it's his business. But the thing what thing Monique had issue with is D.L. Hughley co-host asked her husband, would he rather sleep with Lee Daniels or a woman? And she felt that was very insulting to put that on air and to ask her husband that. And D.L. Hughley was like, it's just a game. It's just a game.
That's out of pocket and insulting and a high jab, and that was wrong. That was wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah, he put him out on blast like he's gay. And that's how all this stuff started.
I would agree. That was a low blow. That was very cruel. That was very cruel. But, child, what we gonna do? 'Cause we gonna always have some people out there. They come to all the channels and attack and sway the negative way, and it's sick, but
yeah, and despite the rumors that her man go both ways, she gonna stay down by her man. And it seemed like a lot of people are trying to do anything to get her away from him. And they thought by telling her he's gay, he like men, that would be a kicker for Monique. But no, and that's one of the reasons. Didn't Monique came out here saying she is attracted to women?
Right.
So
right.
She wanted to be like, well, I'm attracted to women. So what's the big deal? Because she don't understand why black people are so judgmental and so hateful towards, gay and lesbian, because that's how they were raised. And the black people, they view gays and lesbians different. They don't care about black women being gay, but they gonna feel some type of way about him being gay.
Absolutely.
So she thought she did something with that, talking about she like going both ways. She thought she did something like equal the playing field. So y'all can stop coming for her husband, because this is what it's all about, her husband's sexuality. This was started this shit with DL.
Right. But that's only part of it now. You remember the situation with his daughter.
Yeah, and I don't think it's no coming back for that. She want to come back from it, and she's like, yeah, we can still be cool, just apologize or whatever. But D.L. Hughley is hurt from that. He is scarred from that, and he's not coming back. And she also...
He won't... Go ahead.
She also made a reference about DL standing for down low.
She could be with a little short self, because he in the game.
He's short.
Weird.
Why they so short?
I just reached a conclusion within this past month that everybody in Hollywood is short.
Right. They picked the men short for a reason.
They all short and little.
and it's
all short and little.
What's the thing? Is that a part of the ritual? You got to be a small man? Because I don't see no big, tall men up in Hollywood, or actors or rappers.
I think it may be that coffee they drinking down there with the coffee and stuff in there.
They all short, honey. They all short.
Something going on down there.
Now, what were you going to say?
What was it? It slipped my mind, but with the DL thing, he would never be able to accept her apology on that, or them come together for some kind of truce, because he's still dealing with the fact that he didn't believe his daughter because that was his best friend, and that's a hard pill for him to swallow, because that's his daughter, and he didn't believe her. And I believe it hits men a little harder than it does when girls and women tell their mothers, because the mothers always bring up with the, well, you was all in his face or whatever kind of thing may be, but them women know. They know. And they gonna rattle that for their man. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
Men's minds don't work like that. They ain't riding down for you for all that's going on. They gonna drop you and leave you alone.
But the reason why I think she went there, she wanted to hit him where it hurts, because this hit her where it hurts. You know, when a woman is with a discreet man that go both ways, I don't think she want to put it out there. I don't think they want to put it out there, but that is like a sore spot for her.
Exactly. And that's leading back to her abuse from her brother. Because that pain is pain. That's why it's in her to fight so hard when she feel like she's being stripped and robbed by anybody.
Wow.
Because she don't want to ever let anybody else feel like they had that kind of control and power over her. So it's worked for her. It's in her personality. for her to be as strong and as hard as she is when it comes to that. And then I can't leave out of being from Baltimore now. Can't leave that out.
Without getting too graphic, what happened with her and her brother? Was it her older brother, younger brother? What happened without being too graphic? If you can just like use substitutes.
I'm not sure if it was the older or the younger. It wasn't the one that was her manager. It was the other one that Oprah had invited on her show. And then she ended up having the whole family there. But, child, what was the original question?
What happened with her and her brother without, just give, SA? What happened?
That was SA for a while. That was SA for a while.
At what age did it start? Did she live with this brother? Was the parents home? Was the parents not home? At what age of hers did it start?
Like under the age of 14.
Under age of 14, okay. So that's when it started. Wow, okay.
And they were all in the same house, living up under the same roof.
Got it. And was it hardcore essay or what type of essay? Was it like force and abuse?
Yeah.
Got it. And how long was that going for?
Huh?
How long was that going for?
Because she said she had never forgiven him. Ever. Ever. Ever.
Do you know how long that was going for?
No, I don't.
Got it.
No, I don't. But but I'm like her when it comes to that. It's never happened to me, but I believe all of this what goes on behind closed doors stuff with folks.
Now,
just needs to start talking.
Now they
Everybody needs
said
to start talking the truth.
Magnation Media, thank you so much. They said from 7 to 13 years old. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I see it up there.
Yeah.
Because I know it was for a minute.
All right, Michelle, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Come back.
Thank you, Gigi.
Anytime.
Thanks, Gigi.
So come up here, y'all. We want to hear from y'all. Comment, let me know. Please get these likes up. I don't know what is in my throat. Come on, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Okay, Michael, I see you right there from Chicago. Give me 1 second. I want to see if any other people are going to come up here and join us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the video and I'm going to still react from it. Should I start from the top?
It's been a minute. Life been lifing.
Well, I think they're doing good. They making money, they touring, they living their best life outside, and they doing pretty good. Now, could she have done better without him there? Maybe she could have been more successful. Maybe she could have had more roles because the industry does not like Sydney. And why would y'all don't like Sydney? Hell, didn't y'all say he bi? I thought the Hollywood love gay men. So I'm confused, or bisexual men or straight identifying men that mess with another man. I thought that I don't know, child. Because considering Hollywood, don't y'all think they would have welcomed Sydney with open arms if he's allegedly like other men, huh? Press 1 if you think Hollywood will open him with open arms. Hell, press 4 if you feel like no, they would not open him with open arms. I don't know, child. But could she have done better if Sydney was not by her side? I think she would have been in more projects, but I don't think she'll be happy. I think that her and him bring her happiness. That's why she's staying in there. She's get something from him that she can't get from nobody else. And I think that she made the best decision for her. I don't think she regretted it at all. She loves this man, and the love for her man oversees any success. Okay? So let's go.
Daddy.
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, I think it's enough babies in there.
All right.
Let's go get it. Come on.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We just wanted to take a few minutes to address a couple of things that have taken place.
I gotta say something else. You know, a lot of women would love this, and a lot of men would love this. You know, they have a relationship and it's worked for them. Every time I get on social media, y'all always talking about how can y'all find a man? How can y'all find a woman? Y'all can never make relationships work. Hell, y'all got a popular thing called 50 men versus one woman trying to find somebody. Honey, they already got somebody. Y'all spend your whole life looking for somebody and she already got her man, okay? So I say kudos for that, you know, that they already found their love and it works for them, because majority of this internet, they are looking for somebody to love and to love on with their toxic butt. I say it all the time and get on my nerve. It's oversaturated with this is what you got to do to find a man. This is what you, So a lot of people would love to sit in this situation with their man. Do you think Oprah would love to have a man by her side like this? Do you think Tyler Perry would love to have a woman by his side like this? Huh? These are some good questions now. Would Tyler Perry love to have a woman by his side like this? You know, a team partner, that dream relationship that everybody dreamed about. Tyler Perry, he got everything but a good woman, okay? Press 8 if you think that Tyler Perry would love to have a good woman by his side. Press 10 if you feel like, no, he don't want this. I think he seems like he's a family man, you know? He seems like he's a family man. So I just think that a lot of people, I know Vivica Fox would. Vivica Fox would love to have a good man by her side that she can do this with. Taraji P. Henson, she complained about can't get no man. She would love to have a good man she can do this with. All the girls would love to have a good man. And ain't it something that none of these girls got no man? Okay? None of these girls got no good man. What are y'all saying? It said people don't take relationships serious anymore. Oprah good. Oprah don't want no man, huh? Tyler Perry don't want no woman. You sure about that? You sure he don't want no woman? Huh? Why he don't want no woman? What, Tyler? Why you don't want no woman? Tyler, why don't you got a good woman by your side, Tyler? Okay? Why he can't have a good woman by his side? So y'all believe it's true? Do y'all think Tyler is gay? Do y'all think Tyler is gay? Why can't he just come on out with it then? Why can't he just live in his truth? Ain't that something? Tyler Perry, he's helping everybody, but he ain't helping himself. Somebody need to help Tyler to come on out the closet so he can love himself. Do he love himself for real? What? Why he act ashamed that he like another man, huh? I'm just playing, y'all. You know, maybe it don't got nothing to do with that. Maybe he got other reasons that's untold. It says, we are not sleeping, Gigi. We are not sleeping. What you mean you ain't sleeping? That's why he tell the woman story so well. I've been thought cause he feels it's no one business. Time out, Lola. It's no one, but ain't he in women business all the time? Didn't he tell women? What did he tell y'all about dating men? What did Tyler Perry tell y'all about dating men? He said, I forgot he said something about the light bill. What did Tyler Perry say about dating men, y'all? He was trying to give y'all some hints. Girl, Tyler Perry got your husband in a chokehold. Okay, that's the real tea. Okay? Can you imagine if a woman comes out here and say Tyler Perry stole my husband? Girl, could you see it? Dwayne Martin stealing husbands. Tyler Perry stealing husbands. Shit. I believe it. I believe all that money. You know he'll steal your husband. You know, these men are thirsty for money. Gigi, they said DL responded. Okay, thank you, Lola. Lola said enough with the bull crap. Get to the tea. I know that's right, Lola. All right, so let me pull it up. Thank you, Lola. Lola said enough is enough. Get to the tea. Why did they sign me out? Did somebody lock me out or something? I just tried to go to my my Instagram, and it looked like I got locked out for some reason. What's going on? So Lola has informed me that there's some tea going around, that DL Hughley responded. So I'm looking for the DL Hughley respond. Okay, is this it? I think I see it. Ooh, they responding quick, ain't they? They ain't even giving it no time. I mean, give it some time. Oh, I can't stand this. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? So let me see. What was that? Give me 1 second. Please get these likes up, y'all. Like this video. All right, here it is. I found it. Let me see. I'm going to add it. Add. Please get these likes up. Why can't... Lord have mercy. Why can't... Gotta be more careful. All right, so it's about to pop up on the screen. So I want to let you guys know it's about to pop up on the screen, okay? So it popped up on the screen like I told you guys. So this is his response.
All right, I'm taking time to respond to Monique again. She made another greasy-ass video with her daddy. We kind of relitigating some of the stuff she said on Club Shay, where she talked about how she was on the show and somebody, they played a game, Would You Rather? And I guess she felt like they insulted her husband's sexuality, which is interesting because she can always talk shit about everybody else's sexuality.
Didn't I tell you that? Big girl. Press 1 if I told y'all that. Look at my title. Look at my title. Did I not see this shit coming? Huh? And I didn't even see this. I didn't even know he said that. But honey, didn't I say that? Press 1 if I said that. Give me my credit right now. Run these likes up. Y'all know these views don't reflect on my talent. How I can bring it. Oh, I'm mad. I got stuck in that Kershawn crap. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say it? Damn, I said that. Damn, I'm good. Oh, I said this had all to do with his sexuality. I said that. I know my gay shit, y'all. I know my download shit, y'all. I'm true to this. I ain't new to this. Okay? I know this shit like the back of my hand.
But I guess her husband's sacrosanct. He's off limits. But a hit dog will bark unless his mouth is full. But she talked about, well, she didn't actually call her lawyer. Who the fuck would be afraid of your lawyer? Your lawyer, you mean the lawyer that did your contract? That lawyer, the lawyer from the firm of Negro from Ghetto Got Him and Gone, that lawyer? Who the fuck afraid of him? He couldn't get your name right on the ticket. He gonna get it right on a legal document. It didn't happen because we decided it shouldn't happen. You didn't need to, because we respect people. We don't have to do things for clicks. They took it off because you asked me to, because I respected you at the time. You also talked about how I disrespect you on so many platforms. But you have this impeccable memory where you can tell to the degree, well, who did what to you and why and what happened, where you were. But you can't pull up one time on any platform that I said anything about you at all, because you know you're lying. You got that piece of paper and that big ass memory, but you can't pull one up. My biggest mistake is saying yes to you. I should have said no when you couldn't come on my radio show. I should have said no that I wasn't playing those dates with you. As a matter of fact, almost anybody who says yes to you at some point is in this milieu with you. Almost anybody. So I would suggest anybody out there, you can say yes to drugs, but say no to Monique. You talked about how my children, Families are off limits. They weren't when you were running across Vegas. I mean, the stage in Detroit. They weren't when you talking shit on social media. When you got your ass whipped and your tickets dropped, then they became off limits. But let's do this. Let's decide that you will treat my children like you treat yours, like you don't know them, invisible, like you have no relationship with them, like you're estranged, like you're unfamiliar, like you don't know them. You also intimated that I was a coward. You know what I'd never do? I would never let my woman take care of me. I would never let my woman get evicted from her apartment. I would never let my woman have to ask another man for money. I'd never do that. Can your old man say the same? He loved.
What? Girl, they dropping bombs over here. Y'all better call in now. Why am I the only one hype about this mess? Y'all see the number? Call in, shoot. Hold on, let me make it smaller. Okay.
Of course, he got to say that. You claim him on your taxes. He's a dependent. He's sitting there with you right now. And everything. Because it ain't like he does anything else. But you never address the salient point. I said that if you spent as much time writing your Netflix special as you did arguing about getting it, it wouldn't have been trash. It was. I didn't say it. I defy anybody out there. Stop listening to me. Watch it. Read the reviews. Read the reviews. You begged for something. You made valid points that women are underpaid, that they're not valued. That's absolutely right. So you would think that when you got a chance to do something that you could argue for, you'd be up for the challenge, but you shit the bed because you never are ready for it. Because all you ever do is complain about what you don't have. You're never ready for the moment because you're always living in the past. I said it. If you spend half of your time doing as opposed to talking about who didn't do for you and what they did for you, you'd be a lot further along. You wouldn't be evicted. You wouldn't be working for your man. You wouldn't be asking other comics for money. So you got all the ingredients. Take that piece of paper that you're running down the list with, and that pen that you got, and that daddy sitting next to you, and do what you can't do what you never do. Write a fucking joke. All right, I'm taking time to respond to Monique again.
Ooh, girl, didn't he go there? Didn't he go there? Let me see, because it was some more stuff that was out here on this internet that I know I didn't seen.
Family is sacred.
Right.
Family is sacred. And we know that you don't cross the line when it comes to family.
Correct.
Right? I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
DL Hughley is not there. His team is there. Mm-hmm. And Shannon, we having a great time. I mean, baby, we having a great time. We going forward, back and forth. When we get to the end of the show, they said, Monique, you want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. Let's play a game. And it's a game called Would You Rather.
Oh.
Okay? Now.
Monique, you should have said, I'm too old for this game.
Wait a minute. We're having fun, baby. Right? We're having a good time, Shannon. Okay. It's the sister there and there's two other guys. We're having a great time. It's a beautiful Black unity cookout.
Okay.
We're having a good time.
Okay.
Would you say your wife was your family? Is that considered family?
Yeah.
So your husband is considered family,
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So it's sacred.
Right.
Family is sacred. Here we go. They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Let's go. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?
Really, Monique?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what happened. Now, I said to the team, how does that uplift our community? I said, sister, and her name is Jasmine, how could you ask another sister that? Well, we just planned. I said, tell me the joke in that, because I don't know what you're insinuating. Then you're involving people that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, what are y'all doing? So I said, I'm going to call my brother. DL. I'm going to call my brother. I call DL Hughley. Here we go. They on the phone. I say, hey, baby. Yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's gonna be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother, right?
Yeah.
Hey, DL, yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like, stupid. Like, asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is. Now, it got so ugly that my attorney had to send a cease and desist. So it never aired. So we have, like, when Cat Williams talk and people, truth tellers talk, we have on the phone. I say,
well, shit, how much publicity it got? It may as well would have aired, right? I mean, this got so much publicity. Y'all done pushed this story. It may as well would have aired, okay? But I'm going to be quiet because I ain't trying to be insensitive. Y'all need to call in. 617, I see you right there, baby. Don't tell me I'm the only one that like mess and I'm the only one that like to gossip about mess. I know it's some messy treats or some party crashers. Crash the hotline. Call the messy treat line and let's get messy now. I don't want to be messy by myself. It's like drinking by myself. Okay?
Baby, yeah.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it?
To everything we're saying. That's how that whole thing got started. Okay? It's family. My husband is my family.
Yeah.
Now, you babies that are really good with this internet, through the years, I've watched DL speak ill of me. Through the years. I never knew DL Hughley had a problem with me. But when Cass said they all a group, he forgot to put DL Hughley in the group. Mm-hmm. Through the years, I was bitter. I was dangerous with what I was doing, saying that it was inequality. My husband didn't know what he was doing. This went on through the years. I was unloved, all of these things. And I said to myself, everything we're saying.
Well, Club Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a wait set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints, I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. Well, Club Shay is getting messed. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who as a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does, she has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, Daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people. Except when she's stopped when everybody from my family checked her. She's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family? How do you, I was on the road, get it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to. Using it to butter somebody up
All
to get
right,
something.
let's
There's
get
a
these
reason.
phone lines. Oh, ooh, the phone line lit, y'all. Yes, like we did back in the day. Hey, y'all know I love talking to y'all. Calling from 617. You're live on the air. Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Gigi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Tell us your name, where you calling from.
Let me say this. This is Hemi. I'm calling from listen to this. Monique is a steward of confusion. She's sitting over there acting like, telling all the girls, I watched the clip that you played earlier. Now I'm heated. I'm pissed off about everything that she's sitting over there saying. She is a steward of confusion. And she's sitting by that man who she's saying that that's her daddy. You know what? I was on her side for so long. But after this shit, she got me bent.
What was the point? What was the point that got you bent? Tell us. Take us there. What was the point?
The point was she's going to sit up on live and say, oh, if the man play with you, if he do this to you, if he do that to you, stick beside them. And then she got the nerve to say everybody hurts baby. Okay, was you fighting for the rights of black women, especially during Black History Month? You have the audacity to sit your ass up there. She worse than Lizzo. She worse than Lizzo. If you ask me, she's another Krishan Rock. She's horrible. No, we're not just going to sit by and let anybody treat us any kind of way.
Well, if you listen to her, she was saying good things. That's why I didn't understand. She said, if you have a good man that loves you, stick by his side. And a caller called up here earlier, and she was saying that some people don't feel like they deserve to be in good relationships, and they self-sabotage themselves out of a good relationship because they don't feel like they deserve to be in a good relationship. So that the message is for that, for those individuals.
Well, do you think she deserves to be in a good relationship? The way she's trying to manipulate people?
She says she does not. She says she don't deserve. She said, she should have been dropped off. But Sydney loved her in spite of that. Sydney was there in spite of her ways. And that's why she clung to him so much.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate. So while she gets to sit up and be so wicked and talk about D.L. Hughley's daughter, Misfortune, and she gets to sit up here and play the victim card, she's making it harder for black women, okay? If you ask me, she's making it harder because instead of her actually using her platform for good, she's using it to tarnish. She's using it to play the victim card. Just like he said, every time we see her, she's crying and boo-hooing and doing this and doing that. She's dead wrong for that.
Well, let's talk about this. How is she making it harder for black women?
I mean, look at her. Look at her. She's being a messy-ass bitch.
Okay, and that's what's making it hard for black women?
Yeah, no, yes, it is, because she's being messy. She's a steward of confusion, and she's causing mess. She's not doing the right thing at all.
All right. Well, I thank you, 617. We're going to let you go. Let's go on to our next caller. And what do you guys feel about that last caller? Do you guys feel that Monique is a mess? She's a ball of confusion. Is she making it hard for black women out here? Comment, let us know. We want to know. Call in if you got something to say about it. Call in if you feel like, yes, she's making it harder, or no, she's not. Press 1 if you guys feel like she's making it harder for black women. Press 4 if you feel like she's not making it harder for black women. We want to hear from you. All right, calling from 704. Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, sweetie, this is D. Ramsey, a.k.a. Lotus Flower. I'm calling from North Carolina right now.
Come on, North Carolina in the house. Talk to me.
Yes. Okay. It's clear to me, first of all, shout out to the last caller, because the confusion, what did she call her? An agent of confusion?
Agent of confusion.
That's a fact. Monique is clearly suffering from unhealed trauma. This woman, instead of doing the self-reflective work of healing internally, and she seems to have been trying to do that, she's clinging to this man whom she has decided he and she not only mate and become one as husband and wife, but she has put this man in charge of her actual business. And she is displaying constantly that she's unhappy. She's bringing up these grievances, although they may be valid. On some level, it's like, okay, what would you like us to do with the information, Monique? Because you cried about the Netflix special and then did not perform and give us a good special. Monique is not being funny, okay? The constant complaining. Why does she she keeps saying she wants Tyler Perry to make it right. Okay, so to follow her logic, I can see that she says he blackballed her by saying bad things about her that weren't true, and therefore that might have cost him. But that's on a hypothetical. That's saying that everybody else thus would have signed her up for the movies, and thus they would have been successful, and thus it would have equaled $2 to $3 million a year. What we are hearing in total from people is they do not like doing business with her manager, whomever. And she keeps defending this man as her manager and keep conflating the issue, saying that everyone's upset because he's her husband and he's such a good God King daddy to her. But ma'am, these people are saying that although he may be a fantastic God King daddy to you, in the role of manager, he is lacking. And they don't like him for whatever the reasons are. And she goes on these tirades to get upset and uphold him. She's only arguing with D.L. Hughley because D.L. Hughley's on a radio show. Apparently they made insinuations on a joke she did not care for. For her to be a comedian, she doesn't seem to have a good goddamn sense of humor at all. And can't seem to take a goddamn joke. She went off on Tiffany Haddish, and there's lots of things to go off on Tiffany Haddish about. But her primary upsetness was because in the interview that she quoted, Tiffany Haddish said she didn't want to have her husband. Monique's response is, well, if you had my husband, you wouldn't have 2 DUIs, as though married women don't have DUIs. Monique is only upholding the husband. Did you see the weird cry interview her and her husband did today?
Yeah. I was wondering what they was crying about.
Listen, I love to smoke weed. And I love to get lost in a thought and go the fuck off and talk about nothing. But bitch, not when I'm married to a multi-millionaire sitting next to her talking about I'm the manager. I don't know what the fuck he was on, but this nigga took a thought and went down a rabbit hole and got to talking. And I was like, girl, is he your mouth? Because, bitch, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I said, I hope he doesn't do this in your meeting as your manager. Why is he talking? And what, pray tell, is he talking about? This is the one question I want answered more than anything. I did not know that Monique was estranged from her oldest son. And that is very telling to me, and this is why. This is the child she had before Sydney. Even though they knew each other, why is not this boy, man, young man in relationship with his mother right now? Because I need to know now that you brought it up in terms of Monique and DL, because that's very telling. If the son feels that he cannot get through to his mother because her husband has a barrier up that precludes that, then that's a problem. I'm the mother of a 28, almost 29-year-old son. I would not even allow his own father to come between the relationship between me and that child. He's my son. So I want to know, because that's going to be very telling. Now, we've already heard that the husband it's not the husband getting between, it's the manager part, that he's causing her business to be not good. And she constantly defends him. Now, I want to know why her relationship with her oldest son is not good. I want to know. I really want that young man to, I want to know what it is. Is it because of Sydney? You see, I don't think that Monique is fully being 100% honest. She's hiding behind her black womanhoodness and wants to rally us all together on her behalf over some bullcrap. This woman, listen, she needs to go back into therapy, do some soul searching. The reason why she can't stop snacking so late and the sugar shit is because she still has self-worth issues, as she keeps crying and she's in the depths of this degradation because she's at the bedrock of still feeling unloved and unworthy. And this man has convinced her that he is her bedrock. And so she clings to him above all else. That is not normal 56-year-old healed up behavior this woman displayed sitting next to her husband today. It's insanity, and she hasn't been displaying, in my opinion, good rationale thinking in quite many years. I have not been a fan necessarily. I've been a fan of, when she's on her weight loss journey and things, but I mean, for real, the role that she took in Precious for me is suspect. That's some coon sellout horrible shit she did back then. So the fact that she's crying and complaining because she wants to be paid for that role, girl, no ma'am. So that's all I had to say. Thank you for taking my call. I just had to rant.
Well, I'm glad. Well, you know what? This is the place for any and everybody that has a voice to rant. So I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you exercised your right to rant at the Messy Sweet Spot. You're more than welcome anytime. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, baby.
All right.
Thank you to your audience. Y'all have a good night.
You too. All right, let's keep it up. Y'all know I love this. I love when y'all call in and rant. Calling from 111. You are live on the air. Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Megan. I need y'all to open your minds. I'm not feeling the last two callers. The reason why is Monique keeps explaining to y'all that they don't like a strong man that's beside her. These women that don't have a man keep coming after Monique, acting as if her man being there is such a bad thing. Oh my God, this is so twisted and so sad, and y'all are very delusional, and this is very disgusting. If you have a problem with her husband being there for her, then you need to really look within yourself, and that's why you don't have a husband. That's why you don't have a man. That's why you don't have anyone to love you, because you cannot understand what Monique is going through. I need y'all to stop coming after this woman because her husband is there for her. That makes absolutely no sense. That is absolutely stupid and dumbfounding. Okay? Okay. That's the first thing I want to get down. The second thing is I'm so sick and tired of DL Hughley. He's really sounding like an Uncle Tom at this point. Every single time, it seems like he takes her words and twists it. She said herself, yes, she does not have a relationship with people in her family. DL Hughley is those type of people that when you tell them certain information, they take that information and they use it as a bullet and put it as a gun to your head. That is what DL Hughley does. She said that as her own free will, and now people are trying to use it against her. Not everybody in your family is for you, okay? We all know that people are there for a reason, a season, and not always there for a lifetime. Not everybody in your family is for you. And yes, her son, maybe her and her son might have a bad relationship, but that does not mean that her son is perfect. That does not mean that her son was never trying to use her or any of those type of situations. So before people try to jump on Monique, how about you try to realize everything isn't black and white? Like, it's not. It's just not. And stop coming at this woman just because her husband loves her. That's sick and that's demented. That shows you don't have love in your life. That's all I have to say, Gigi.
All right, Megan, thank you. Megan just came in and dropped the mic. Now, do you guys agree with Megan or you disagree? Honey, I would love for you to call in and let us know how you really feel about what Megan just said. Press 1 if you agree with Megan. Press 2 if you disagree with Megan. Where do y'all stand? Call in, rant. Let us know how y'all feel about this. I love the passion. I love it. Okay. We got some hands up. Oh, girl, they got the hands up. Calling from 253. You are at the Messy Sweet Spot. Thank you for calling. What is your name and where you calling from?
This is Kay, and I'm calling from Seattle. And
hey,
I do
Kay.
agree with her.
Talk to me, Kay. Talk to me.
This,
Go ahead.
Look, I got to say it while I'm calm. And everybody needs to just pump your brakes and listen to what Monique said. Now, if you come here and you live in Seattle, Washington, you will see that there is no black men with black women. They're all with white women or other women, and when they walk past a black woman, they will reach their hand out, okay? You see them walking 10 and 15 feet back, but when they get close to another black woman, they will reach their arm out and extend it and grab the white woman to give her assurance and confidence that we are not looking at that in person. Okay, that's how it's going down. And so for Monique to have a black mandingo, whether he's on the DL, well, who gives a crap? Because she already said she's sweet. She bisexual. She like a little bit of carpet munching every once in a while. So if you got a husband that's doing it, that's a good couple. Okay? And let's flip to Oprah Winfrey really quick. He was with Stedman, and everybody know he was gay. That's the perfect man to have. If you gay, you got a gay man, that's the cover up. Y'all ain't together. Who's the chick who lived with her? Gail. She looking at, she carpet munching with Gail. Stedman is just and Tyler Perry ain't interested in no woman, so you know you need to stop trying to get everybody. Look, I know people that know his partner. Okay? Mm-hmm. And his partner supposedly is fine, and it ain't no woman. And I'm not mad at any of them. I love it. I'm not mad at any of them, but let's just break this down about her having a mandingo. Everybody needs to listen to all those black women that have won the Oscars, okay? Viola Davis, all of them, all of the women, and some of them are deceased now, but they have all gone to their graves underpaid. And of course the industry don't like him sitting there because he's representing his black queen, okay? Because we ain't got no representation. And for those of you who think we do, you sit down and watch the Super Bowl and you tell me if any of those in NFL players and NBA players, the majority of their wives are not black. But when they stand up and stand for their wives, ain't none of y'all saying nothing about it. You better not, because their wives are white. And if you do, you're gonna get dealt with. So you better respect your own culture, okay? And I'm not mad at him being there. He's supposed to be there for her because the industry is doing them wrong. That's what she's saying. And they don't want him there because he's representing. Y'all won't pay her what she's worth. They don't want nobody there. They don't look. Who's that dude? Willie Lynch. He done held us down. He put stuff in the bag to keep black people under control for 200 years and strong, and it's still going on. No, I don't care if they are. What is D.L. Hughley? What does his initials stand for? Because he sounds like a queen to me. Does that stand for down low, Hughley? Family or not? I don't know. I don't know him, but he sounds like a queen ranting, and I got friends that are queens, and I'm just saying, leave Monique alone because she's spitting the truth. And what she's saying is she got a strong black man standing for a strong black woman. You don't see that in America. Because y'all wouldn't be saying nothing if she was a white woman and he was a black man. Make everything the same, but just change her hue. Y'all wouldn't be questioning not one dime. And the industry don't like it one more time. It's because he is representing her and the black women before her, along with her. None of them have representations, which is why their trailers is infested with rats and roaches, and they don't get no food, and they're underpaid. And let's go on back to that kings and queens of comedy. She just dropped some dime for y'all that's trying to say she's crying. She said every last one of them brothers walked out with a Rolex on their hand. Every last one of them brothers had individual limousines. Why wouldn't you listen to her? Y'all think she cried, and then Tyler Perry lied and blackballed her and threw something out there? That took food out of just all of y'all sitting there that's got an income when the pandemic was here and y'all couldn't pay y'all mortgage and y'all light bill. If wasn't no assistance for you, you would be crying, okay? Well, her money got stopped. And her family was not fed because that dude lied. Now, you want to talk about a liar? Tyler Perry sat up there and lied, and her children and her family starved. That's somebody her salary is way up there beyond mine. But I'm just saying, with her salary being gone and the way she was living her lifestyle to be dropped and go down to your bank account to zero, and somebody gracious enough to give her some money, and because they are powerful, the people that gave her the money, they were told, don't do no more, don't give her that, don't sign that movie. They all in the clique. And everybody already know what Kevin Hart is, so of course he gave her the money, but when it got out into their circle, he better not stand behind that movie, and he didn't. He pulled out. So I am with the last caller and the callers before that. I am not with them. And I hope I made myself very clear here. That man needs to be with her because black women in America do not have representation. The only black woman I know that had it was Michelle Obama, her husband Barack. And with that, I'm going to drop my mic.
All right. You heard it here from Seattle. When I tell you, I love this. I love that you guys coming up here with so much passion and you're just telling your truth. Did you guys agree with Miss Seattle? Press 1 if you agreed with her. Press 2 if you did not. If you agreed or did not agree, how about you just call in and let us know how you really feel? Now, we did have a whole list of callers, but honey, they didn't all drop. When Miss Seattle was saying what she was saying, girl, I had like 4 or 5 callers. They all dropped, okay? I don't know what she said. Maybe she pissed them off or they felt like they could not compete with her. I don't know. But feel free to call in. We want to hear from you. Okay. Ooh, wasn't it good? Are y'all enjoying the callers? I am enjoying these callers. I really am. I really am enjoying the callers. All right. Come on. Michael didn't drop the thing and call back. Hey, Michael from Chicago. How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, she's exactly right. Because when they got into that incident with Tyler Perry and Netflix back in the day, a lot of people like Whoopi Goldberg on The View said to her behind the scenes that she shouldn't. The problem is maybe your husband, people don't want to do business with him, Monique, and they wanted her to drop him as a manager, but Monique didn't do it.
Got it. All right. Thank you, Mike. Now, somebody in the comment section had a question. They said, why can't a black woman represent herself? So do anyone want to call in and answer that? Somebody in the comment section said, why can't a black woman represent herself? How do y'all feel about that? Oh my God, you trying to split the black man and the black woman away from each other? Huh? I'm just joking. All right, so I'm going to stay unbiased, and I'm going to stay in the middle. I'm just going to be the host. Okay, I don't go either way, left or right. I want y'all to call in and let us know. The question is, why can't black women represent themselves? Two. So if you guys have an answer for that, any ladies, anybody, call in and let us know. Okay, so what else do you guys have to say about this? She's an Oscar. Okay, why Hollywood listen to a black Hollywood? So it sounds like also that Monique possibly did not have the voice that she needed to get certain respect. So Sydney goes into the business meeting and he's like, I know my wife's number. She deserved this. I want you to have her this. It got to be this way, because he thinks the world of her. So that's what he wants. And people are looking at him like, we're not doing all that for Monique. And he's like, why? Why shouldn't you? She's an Oscar winner. You do this. And he's comparing it to other people. And that's why they don't like him, because they can't run over Monique because he's in the way. Okay, he's messing up the program. All right, calling from 214. You are here at the Messy Sweet Spot. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey, Gigi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
We really do need to have, very good. And just this situation with Monique really is presenting an alternative life that many black women do not get to experience. And I bring this up, I'm mentioning this because Monique makes a lot of money. Monique makes a lot of money. Monique has made more money than probably most black women who have ever existed or will ever exist. And then Oprah is in a whole different stratosphere. And because, Gigi, I've been on lives where people say, you know, what are the prospects of black women even making $100,000? How many black women are going to make $100,000? And it's really, like, it's hurtful because that's baseline now. Like, if as a black woman in 2023, at a certain age, you have to be making, that is baseline marker. And we still are having discussions as black women regarding income. Gigi, like, black women are regressing when it comes to income. And I'm going to bring this back to Monique. Monique makes a lot of money. She's an exceptional tax bracket. When you're at that tax bracket, Gigi, and as a black woman, you are target number one. You are target number one. Where do I begin with the stories, Gigi? Where do I begin with the stories? Because when you get there as a black woman, first off, I already called in before and I told you, there's no colorism. You're black. The light skin may hit hard, like Azalea Banks said. It does hit hard to make that money. And you look cute. You look pretty. You're still black. And you're going to deal with a level of racism, Gigi. That's just racism. I haven't even brought anything up regarding your physical safety. Gigi, I don't even know where to begin. The stories I can tell you right now. Scammed, schemed by your actual attorney. Imagine your actual attorney scamming you. You can't even buy a car at a dealership, getting scammed there at a dealership. I am constantly thinking, Gigi, how am I able to safely buy goods and services? I can't even go into a grocery store by myself. The harassment is that real. And they harass you because you are a single black woman who looks like you have a little bit of money. Just a little bit. Imagine you can't even walk into a Whole Foods with, like, you know, like your little Louis Vuitton bag, your cute flash, the outfit, So yeah, you are wearing about $2,000 worth. I mean, the accessories. You're at Whole Foods in a very wealthy zip code. You're targeted and harassed. And as a black woman, it's by both black people and white people. No one wants to have that conversation. No one wants to have the conversation how black women will scheme, scam, abuse, physically abuse a black woman just because she thinks she's better. She may have a little bit of money. You want to get in there, harass her, abuse her. All of that goes back to Monique. Why? Because at least she's protected with Sydney. When Tyler Perry said, don't bring Sydney, he knows he can do that so he can butter up and be able to seduce and manipulate, not having a black man, because Sydney's about one thing, money. You can talk all you want about Sydney. She calls him daddy. Daddy makes sure you are paid, and you are paid your worth. Gigi, I make great money. Gigi, I actually one time looked at my role. At the same company I was working with, Gigi, I'm making $50,000 less. Average. 50. And I'm still making great money. But for the exact role, the exact title, not role, the title, vice president, title, still significantly underpaid. And I just looked this up. I didn't even tell you how these HR would try to scam you. They lowball you so bad.
Got it. So people want to know.
They come at you like, it's, oh, this is so super.
Got it.
Come on.
So people,
perfection.
they want you to talk more about Monique and Sydney and this DL Hughley thing. They want us to talk more about that. But I think I get your point. You're saying that if you're a single black woman, you have a bigger target on your back.
Massive target. Look how DL Hughley's even speaking to her. That level of disrespect, the way he speaks to her, about her. I really wonder, Gigi, how come nobody talks like this about Beyonce? No one disrespects her. And she's the only black woman where she has this incredible golden aura. Nobody messes with her because she has a real N-word by her side. If Beyonce didn't have Jigga Man with her, Beyonce's still going to be Beyonce, but she will not be covered and protected. She'll be like the rest of us. You can say whatever you want about Sydney. D.O. Hughley's not going to step up and approach Sydney. You have so much to say. How come he keeps Sydney's name in his mouth? Go be a man. Step up to him. Speak to him with this. Would you stay on your phone with your guard dog in the airport, blind man, and you talk with her with such disrespect? Go say this to her directly. He's not going to do it. He even said, you know what, let's all converse together. We can meet up. No, they're not going to do any of that. And he doesn't want to because he's not going to, because no one wants to deal with Sydney, which is the exact point. Monique cannot be messed with. You can say whatever you want to. That level of abuse that she dealt with, this situation about being underpaid, you have somebody who's right there. I know it sounds like a slight with D.L. Hughley, but these little details about him not giving her appropriate credit, the production credit when she was on stage, that matters. And that matters, again, for future billing. Like when Monique says these things, it seems minimal, but in her industry, it matters. Because you really, again, remember, you're only as good as your last. So if you're going to get star billing, and now you're no longer getting star billing, that's going to affect her pay. Like this little detail about D.L. Hughley, it really does matter. And it matters at her level. You cannot ever be less. If you're star billing, you're an Oscar winner, you had your own talk show, you're producing movies, you had your own TV show, which was a spinoff from another successful TV show. She cannot go anywhere and not receive. She must receive star billing. She cannot go in. She cannot accept anything less. It devalues your brand. And then they can start making arguments about paying you less. Because they'll bring up your last show, D.L. Hughley. Oh, you didn't have star billing. Oh, okay. Well, here's your offer. It all matters. Okay, I'm done, Gigi.
All right.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. All right. So how y'all doing? So did you guys agree with her? People had a question. Why Can't a black woman represent herself too? And I think her answer was because if a black woman represent herself too, then she's just going to have a bigger target. And some black women don't want a bigger target, and some don't mind. All right. So Monique, she's going to stay with her husband, and it's nothing nobody can do about it. You know, if you want to have a meeting with her, you're going to have to meet with her husband, which is her manager, and it's nothing nobody can do about it. So in order to have a relationship with her, you have to have a relationship with her manager. All right. So I don't know why they just so stubborn, why they just can't just say, okay, let's meet with your husband manager. You know, what is the big issue here? Not sure. So what do you guys think about all this? Will this ever end? Will this ever stop? And the phone line is still open. So we have a few more minutes before the phone line closes. If you have something to say, you know you want to call in. You thought about calling in. You called in, but then you hung up. Call in. The phone lines are open right now. You won't have to wait if you call in now. I know some of you guys do not have patience, and y'all can't wait. Have patience, my babies. Come on, call in and let's talk. Let's talk. I want to hear from you. I want to know what the people really feel. I want to know what the streets talking, how you feel, all right? So I don't know if this will ever end. What she said about D.L. Hughley's daughter, it hurts D.L. Hughley, and he cannot forgive. He said he would never forgive and he would never forget. Now, with D.L. Hughley talking about her husband being, gay or suspect, and it didn't even have to do with D.L. Hughley. They said D.L. Hughley workers at the radio show asked Monique an inappropriate question. They asked Monique, would you rather your husband be gay, messing with Lee Daniels, or be with a whore? Okay, that's been with around the block. And she said that's so disrespectful. She called D.L. Hughley to let him know, check your people, and this better not air out. D.L. Hughley had an attitude with her. Like, this is just how we do things, Monique. Okay? Then Monique decided, she said, D.L. Hughley, he been not liking me. He been having an irritation with me. So everything just started adding up because she really thought that she was going to get embraced with love by D.L. Hughley. And that's why I think when her and her man talking about all black people, we're going to love each other, I know that's a damn lie. I love y'all, but honey, y'all don't love me for real. Y'all do not love me, and I know it. And I'm not about to fool myself and get my feelings hurt acting like everybody all lovey-dovey. I know that's not how reality works. But honey, she thought D.L. Hughley was going to be her boy, and D.L. Hughley said, F you. And now D.L. Hughley, he said, I regret even giving you the invitation to his radio show. Because mind you, he was a no-show. He didn't even show there. Monique, I would never even went on a show. I would say if D.L. Hughley not here, then I'm not about to be here. I'm here to talk to D.L. But I guess she wanted to go out because she want publicity. I'm not sure. We do have a caller calling from 719. How you doing? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. I want to know, what are your thoughts about all this?
Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Oh, okay. Well, I just got some thoughts. I watched the entire scenario, and everything that she said, I completely agree with her. I experience the majority of the same issues on a regular basis. I'm a black woman. I'm a single woman. I'm a professional woman. And I deal with the same shit every day. At work, all day, every day. And I'm a therapist. I work with the majority of Caucasian women. And when they see you as a single black woman who's professional, who have some knowledge, they're threatened. If they don't see a man with you, I'm intimidating to every single person that comes into my presence. I didn't know that until I was told that by a group of Caucasian women. And that in itself kind of steered me the wrong way, because there's always microaggression everywhere we go. But even if you're trying to just be who you are, you have to kind of swallow your pride. You have to swallow what you want to say. You know, because I am not that person and I'm pretty much direct, now I'm a threat. I mean, I recall having a whole meeting because I thought my company needed more diversity. So I was called into the office and said, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? We need more diversity in my area where I work. So I was getting written up because I asked that question. And I'm sitting there in this meeting full of Caucasian people who had no clue what diversity meant. I spent 30 minutes explaining what diversity meant, and the one response was, well, we don't look at color when we hire. So I was kind of dumbfounded that I'm sitting in a company, been there almost 9 years, and nobody knew what diversity is. All I know was they were threatened by me, and I was indirectly told that. So everything that she said, I respect her. I respect the fact that she does have a king, and we do need to uplift our African American men because that's what they need. I mean, people in the world, period, is always knocking not just our black men down, our black women. When we're getting knocked down because we're single and independent, I heard a guy the other day say, oh, I don't want a black woman who's independent. I'd rather have someone who don't have so many high expectations. And that just threw me for a loop because I'm thinking we should all have high expectations for one another. You know, so my thing is everything that I listened to that she said, I respected it, I understood it, I lived it, and I didn't see a problem. Whoever has a problem with her man, that's their own insecurity. That's them. You know, they have a problem with themselves. So whatever they're looking for, looking at in her man, that's something that's within them that they're insecure about. So I respect her for who she was, what she said, and how she presented it. You know, I'm not even here to question and say, oh, she's lying, oh, she's not. That was her truth. And I can say she spoke her truth because I felt her truth, because I experienced similar things on a regular basis. And that's all I have to say.
All right. Well, I thank you so much for sharing. All right, you guys, call in. I seen a caller call, but then they dropped. You know, your voice is important too. 214, you dropped. So I don't know who, I forgot the area code, but how are you guys doing? How are you guys enjoying the show? Press 1 if you guys are enjoying the show, so we can keep this on every day, having open callers, listening to people. I tell you, for one, I enjoy it. I love to hear everybody, different opinions around the world, coming here to rant and express yourselves, whether you're on the left side or the right side, it don't matter. Express yourself. Okay, so the lines are open again. I know a lot of you guys don't like waiting. So if you guys want to come up here and speak, this is the time. Okay, calling from 204. Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. How you doing? Tell us your thoughts on everything.
Hi, it's D. Ramsey, Lotus Flower again.
Hey, D. Ramsey.
Hey, sweetie, real quick,
I just want to say, I think that a lot of times in this conversation, we conflate so many issues. So many of these things can all be true at the same time. I know that my personal position has nothing to do with Monique having chosen that man as her husband. As someone who's been married almost 29 years, the person who came on afterwards are like, you don't have love. No, dear. No. I don't even like being married. I'm old enough at 55, almost 56 to say that I stayed married for the kids and all those things. But I think it's healthy for women to not want to be coupled and for women to know that they can be strong uncoupled with men. This notion that just because like someone like myself is being critical of Monique's decision to make this particular husband her manager and that somehow him being her manager seems to be interfering with her business. Now, we don't know, but this is what she is saying to us. Because when we drill down on what her number one complaints are and who she seems to be arguing with and about what, her defenses are always of him as manager. She says it's because it's her husband. I don't think anybody in Hollywood or any other place of power trying to negotiate with Monique cares about who she's married to. And this fantasy that black women are having in their minds as though there's some great dragon so upset about Monique's great epic black love. They want to destroy Monique's perfect black love. Nobody cares. And us critiquing her, weaponizing us as a group of black women to advocate, and it's just weird that this Academy Award winning actress, comedian for years has been lamenting about her treatment. It's not that we're not understanding her in underpaid, but this is a fight that a lot of them have been saying for a lot of years. But what would she like us to do? You see what I'm saying? What is the end result for us as the people she's telling, I guess is what I'd like to know.
That's a good question. What do you guys think Monique want us to do? It feels like she want everybody to bend the knee. Bend the knee.
To whom and for what, though? That's my point. It's like,
because she is the queen. She got an Oscar. She's the queen. She has an Oscar.
And that's another thing. That's a whole nother thing. She is, listen to me. I'm just saying, she is, hi baby doll. She is being difficult on some of these things, in my opinion, but I'm not a decision maker and I don't write the checks. But if I were, and I'm in a place where I expect certain people to audition for roles, and then now you tell me you're not going to, not that you're not going to consider or whatever, but that I should look at your resume. Baby, everybody has a reel and has a resume, And I don't know this to be true, but I heard tell, you see, that she's been a bit more demanding than others in a way that people just didn't care for. And if people choose to not do business with you because they don't like the cut of your jib or you're too aggressive, then that's their choice. That's their choice. It's not the same thing as, not being served at a diner. No, it's the entertainment business. It's a privilege, right? And it's a relational game. Corporations, it's a relational game. I was in the car business for many years as a finance manager. Guess what? I have to have 50 relationships with all the bank reps in order to get my loans through for my guests. I've got to be able, if I want to go get back in that business again, I got to be able to pick the phone call, and this person's going to tell this person it's all going to be about, oh, yeah, we know D, or, oh, no, we know D. You feel what I'm saying? It's all relational. That's how this world works, on relationships. So if she's having a hard time, and again, is she really having a hard time, or is she just airing old grievances? And just go right and be funny, Monique. That's all just go make this special. Go be funny. Don't sit up next to your husband crying looking like a captive, like you're trying to escape, girl. Anyway, I just wanted to say the critiquing of Monique is not that, oh, you just hate this black woman, you don't have black love. Like, what? No. This is a middle-aged black woman who has given us all of her grievances and asking us to participate in her nonsense. And so we're giving our 2 and 3 and 4, 5 cents and our critiques, because it just doesn't seem normal. And if she's that fragile, she's that emotionally fragile, that then he's more like a support animal. You know what I'm saying? Then say he's that. Don't make him the negotiator of the deal if people don't like negotiating with him. Right? Say
Right.
he's my support husband, I need him here. But somebody else, Mr. Lipshit, you come on and negotiate the deal, because y'all don't like him, and that's okay. You know, again, okay, let me just say this last thing. As a finance manager of a car dealership, everybody didn't like me, okay? Everybody, meaning I'm not the person who closed every deal. So we had 3 or 4 closers, because there's different types of personalities, different types of humans. So in the art of negotiation, which is a book, sometimes you just have to switch it up, good cop, bad cop. For whatever reason, the industry at large has deemed Sydney the bad cop. They don't want to do business with him. Her insistence that these people retroactively pay her and her husband for business that they assume they lost simply because they don't like him, I don't think that she can rely and lay everything on the fact that she's a black woman. Because there's lots of fat black women who have gone on since her to move to do whatever. You feel me? Their managers have negotiated for whatever roles. There's still roles being had, and yet still the woman complained about a Netflix special, produced it for us, and it was boo-boo. It was not funny. That's the crime. The crime is, what great, beautiful, wonderful thing, Monique, have you been bringing to your own life in your own gift and giving to your people, other than this bag of constant grievances? And girl, you're going to sit up and cry and have you and this man crying. Girl, we didn't even know what the hell y'all was. I think they might have took mushrooms or something before the interview. I think they might have been tripping on shrooms. They were just crying for no reason. But I love you. Thank you for having me on your show. And
Well,
y'all
I
have a
thank
beautiful night.
you, and I'm glad that you stuck to your beliefs and you came back and you said, hey, I got some more stuff to say. And, you know, people agree with you and some don't, but you stuck to your guns, and I thank you for calling back.
Like black women, but we're able to be strong in our minds. We don't have to infantilize ourselves. You know, it's just weird. It's weird. You can critique her and her decisions on her business. She's the one that keeps insisting that it's the husband, right? These are titles, roles. No one is talking about the role of the husband in her world. Let him be all of those things. What seems to be an issue, though, is that her insistence that said husband be the negotiator in her business, and when people go, no, we don't care to do that. You see, then she gets upset. Well, girl, you can't make me do business with you. You just can't. Cannot. You just can't do it.
Yeah, but is
And
she
I
the
think
only?
that's what it
Is
seems
she
to
the
be.
only black? Is she the only black woman with an Oscar?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is she? No.
I don't know.
Halle Berry won an Oscar. Octavia. The first one was Hattie McDaniel. Gone with the Wind. No. Hell no.
Because
No.
I knew she
And
was
again,
saying
we
that.
didn't hear, and let me just say this last little part. Her freedom fighting and all this negrosity that she wants to throw up and my babies and black people, none of this. I ain't see Monique out here him and hollering and doing nothing until her money was funny with Netflix. So again, the weaponizing of black folks and rallying us together just so she can get a bigger piece of the pie of the entertainment industry. That's a little suspect. And again, if she had come out on that special and it be slamming funny, and it'd be like, then it would have been like, girl, you did that. But all she seems to be, it's like almost when I went back after the call, I did go watch the interview with her and him crying on that couch, which is crazy. It's almost like he is holding her responsible for these lost monies, these imagined hypothetical money that does not fucking exist, but only in their mind. Because he was looking to hit a lick. They was looking to hit a lick. I won the Oscar. I got my ass on my shoulder. I'm telling everybody I'm not auditioning. I'm doing this, that, and third, and I'm expecting to get paid accordingly. And then it didn't happen for whatever reason, whether it was blackballing or what have you. And now they want everybody to pay still.
I feel from listening to you, it feels like it's a situation where Sydney is like, you're Monique. You're supposed to be getting treated like the stars and the birds. They're supposed to bow down to the queen. And she's like, I don't think I'm worthy, Daddy. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he's like, no, you are. I'm going to handle it for you. And she get turned on by that. Well, okay, Daddy. All right. And you is right. They did supposed to do. They doing me wrong. They've been taking advantage of us all this time, Daddy. I didn't know. And he's like, yes, I got you. I know your worth. They don't know your worth. I got you. But, you know, he's so emotional, and it causes her to be emotional, and they're more sensitive. So she loses her funny because a lot of funny people, you know, she got to be careful not to offend, and she's overthinking. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Hold on 2 seconds. I'm trying to figure out, okay, how, when you say that he is the one out here negotiating and how emotional they both are, then do you really want him at the table negotiating with you when he can't
She
even hold
has
it together?
to, because it's almost like, I'm not going to say worship, but that's her husband. They have a bond, and it makes it harder because she's emotionally invested, deeply invested in him. So she doesn't see him as a manager. Hold on. You know how you have a manager and that's the relationship. You're here to make me money. That's your whole purpose, is to get me deals to make money, not to lose money. You're not here to damage my reputation. If he was just a regular manager with the reputation that he has, I don't think that she would continue to work with him just because he already have a bad reputation as a manager and she doesn't have emotional bond there. What do you guys think? Do you think that she will work with him if Sydney was just a strict manager and they were not in relationships, they did not have a friendship, and she judged him based on being a manager getting her booked? Okay, so because it's a dual relationship, it makes it very sticky. She's not going to get rid of him because getting rid of him is getting rid of her. You don't understand. They share one heart. They are one. They are a union. And that's how it will always be. They are soul tied. It's no, I'm not leaving my husband out. She's been fighting for her husband for years and years, and she's not going to give up now.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. And kudos to her. But then, may I ask you, if you are an employer and this is your employee's stance and you're like, I only have room for this amount of energy, I can't do it this way, do you think it's fair that she gripe and dare I say, cajole and rally up the greater black community and use her?
Yes, because it works for her. It's been working for her. Yeah. She just got finished being on one of the major platforms this year, which is Club Shay. Not only that, but she's going on tour with Cat Williams. Cat Williams is the beloved of the black community. Cat Williams is at the top tier when it comes to the black community right now by the popular vote. So it is working for her. So why would she stop? It's working.
And I have no gripe with it. It's just that she's constantly out here complaining like somebody's owes her something, and the people she's named, which I agree. What does she want the greater community to do? These are old grievances. And
well, I think she told you what she wanted you to do. Just like what she told you with Netflix, she wanted you to do what with Netflix? Boycott. So if y'all can, boycott Tyler, boycott Oprah, and she's, as long as she can.
Boycotting Oprah and Tyler.
Well, that's what I'm not saying. Tyler, Oprah, if y'all listening, I'm not saying that, but that's what she probably wants y'all to do until they get it right.
Well, they should. I agree. I would say black people should stop giving our cachet to other black people just because they black on the sake of blackness. Because Oprah Winfrey let us black women know she didn't give a damn about us when she opened that school, and ain't open now in Chicago or anywhere on the United States soil. She let us know she didn't give a damn about us then. Tyler Perry, he's been a predator from what we understand, and that young man who just straight up came out and, again, used his cachet to extort Tyler Perry, apparently. And now he done got his check and he done shut up. And now he ain't going to name the abuser. So all of this is nasty. It's like Monique wants the crumbs of ill-gotten gains. They're all nasty. Girl, no, ma'am, I'm not going to use I boycott all of them anyway. I don't participate in Medea's tomfoolery. Oprah, I woke up off the Kool-Aid of Oprah long ago. So, again, I'm not going to listen to, Monique's cries and complaints when it comes to her defending the manager part. I totally understand the inequality of pay. I'm, again, former manager in all white male rooms, so I get it. But that's not what her grievances really is. At the end of the day, when you pick apart her argument, that's not really the gist of her argument. The gist of her argument seemed to be about her management. And
I don't know about that. Can we argue? Can we argue that? Do you mind if we argue that?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so everybody.
What is her grievance?
Okay, everybody keeps they're upset with her manager, so she's defending her man. I mean, that's what it is. It's not like she just come out here, oh my God, nobody likes him. It's the fact that he pretty much say, they're not treating you right. You deserve more. This is wrong how they did you. And I guess he's probably comparing her to the white people and want better for her. And the Hollywood people look at him like a pain in their butt because they want so much for Monique, but they're not used to that with Monique. They used to seeing Monique like a dollar store, like a Dollar Tree. You understand? They used to getting over on Monique. She did that movie for only $50,000 because she was humble and she was sweet. They used to Monique being that type of girl. But when she got with Sydney, he's like, no, baby, you're a $1 billion girl. And you should let them know it, okay? So when Monique was demanding her pay, they were giving, oh, girl, you doing too damn much. You're doing too much now. Okay, and then they were like, oh, well, she's difficult to work with. She's doing too much. She's asking for too much. Oh, my goodness, who does she think she is? They're like, bitch, we made you. Okay. If it wasn't for us getting you in that movie, you would not be an Oscar, sweetheart. We made you. You should be thankful because ain't nobody else booking and checking your ass. Okay, be humble like you were. But since you got Sydney, he's putting a goddamn battery in your back, thinking you all this and you all that. Okay, since you want to go that route, bitch, I'm going to block you. You ain't going to work in Hollywood no more.
Okay, that's a really good argument. And that is very good hypothetical. I would give you a little bit of pushback and say, if that's true, and it could totally be, then again, the role itself, first of all, Oppression was an independent film. That film was made on a shoestring budget. Lee Daniels borrowed those $2 million from Dame Dash, so she only got $50,000, which she said she never griped about because she knew it wasn't really a thing. Those people, the millionaires that test themselves later, producers picked it up, there was no way ever for her to renegotiate that. So I get all that point.
Yeah, she just didn't want to go campaign for it. They wanted her to campaign for that movie for
90
free.
seconds.
And I hear you. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you 100% on that. I'm never going to dispute any of that. My argument is, if it happened, then it did in fact happen. And it was an unfair event. What do you want us to now do? What is the remedy? You keep saying, as a 56-year-old
60
woman,
seconds.
that these people who have rejected you or did you wrong in whatever manner, you're still upset with them.
Yeah, I would be upset too. Okay, let me put. Can I say this? Can I say this? Can I say
You said we were
this?
gonna argue the point.
Right.
But listen, you're arguing a point based on a hypothetical. You're assuming.
No, that's
that
what
it's because
happened.
That, you see what I'm saying? You're saying that the young man, Sydney, did all this great negotiating and told her that she was so great and wonderful.
He
I don't know
do.
that to be true at all.
If you
He
ask
said
her,
so.
she would tell you. She said it. If you ask her, she would tell you.
What are you talking about?
The fact that Sydney put
10
her
seconds.
Sydney put her on a pedestal. He sees the world of her. She feels that she should get paid better and get treated better than they've been treating her.
I hear you. Okay, right, okay. Listen. But yet and still, listen to all the things you said. But yet and still, even still, under his guidance and tutelage, she still signed on to do that movie with the other guy, that David Talbert. She was roommates. What's the movie? The big producer guy. He's famous. That she got beef with. Done all the rom-coms. She mentioned him in the interview.
You talking about Will Packer?
Anyway. Yes. Even still, under his direction, him being Sydney, and on whatever they say this friendship is, she still did that very bad deal that she says is a bad deal that was apparently negotiated by her husband manager. Right? So the deal with Precious was still negotiated with the husband manager. So you're saying that he's doing all these great things, then the outcome of the good thing is apparently not good by her own admission. You see what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, that she has a manager that's saying, you're so great and wonderful, you should be paid this. And they're saying, well, we're not going to pay you that, we're going to pay you this. And we're using this as a hypothetical. And then she's saying, well, my manager held out for me so great, and they dog me out because I'm Monique, and they just don't want to pay me. I'm going to push back and say we can tell that that's not 100% true based on Netflix. I'm going to use empirical evidence. Even if she wasn't paid right and they did, in fact, settle with her, she still had an obligation to produce a product, which she did, which was a stand-up special. She did all that for that special, and the special wasn't even good under a negotiation from her husband, who is her manager. So if you're the manager, he's the manager, and he's so great at putting her on a pedestal, asking for all this money, why then as the manager isn't he just as great as making her great at being the product that is thus supposed to be sold on the open market? Because that's what it is. If she's a talent and she has the gift, he is out there trying to manage those gifts to bring in the money. And yet her gifts seem to be complaining about that was what D.L. Hughley's point was, constantly complaining and airing her grievances. But no one gets to air their grievances against her. The man on the show, even if it was a joke that wasn't the greatest, the fact that it was inappropriate and it had to be escalated to such a degree, either she participated in the joke or she didn't. Right? If you participated in it and then regretted it, is that what you wanted removed, or the fact that they asked the question in the first place and you wanted that part of the radio show removed? There were a lot of questions I be having, like,
well, for that, she
why is the thing
felt
with DL so blown out of proportion in her mind? this joke, this thing that they do with everyone. I'm sorry, I'm about to be quiet. Why was that so offensive, so out of proportion? That, you feel me? Like, it's these reactions.
Because
even with her going on stage and attacking him, this inability to have emotional intelligence where she can, and she even said, like, without daddy, I'm a loose cannon. So you don't want to do the interior work?
Let me finish. Her husband on the down low, girl, duh. And that hurts. That's a soft spot. Okay, that's very offensive. What? I mean, that ain't no laughing matter now. You know, he's probably going through a lot at night dealing with who he is, you know? So
and
that
do
hit
you know
for
this
her.
man convinced her to have an open relationship in this marriage?
Yeah, maybe because he wanted another man. And she was fine with that.
Or woman, or whatever.
Oh,
but
shit.
She deemed herself as a whore before him. I'm telling you, girl, this man has done the best magic trick ever on this woman's mind. Woo,
and he got the nerve to call Hollywood.
I love it.
He got the nerve to call Hollywood weird, right?
That's sitting up there. The way they sit up there with these videos and all, it's so bizarre. Like I said, almost 30, after 30 years, I've known my husband. Baby, that shit is so weird, the shit they do. The shit.
Ooh, they mad at me. Hold on. Okay, well, he's not down low. He's a straight man. I take that back, y'all. He's straight. He's straighter than straight, okay?
He's straight up on the down low.
I offended somebody. A lot of people was like, stop it. Don't say that. Yeah, I don't want Monique coming for me. You know, she's straight.
Let me tell you about the black women, black straight women are in such delulu land about these gay black men who think are straight. First of all, black women, you all don't even know. As a bisexual woman, who most of my friends are gay men, black women, you all have no idea how easy it is for your, air quotes, bitch, straight black ass husband to have gay sex. In your city, there is a bathhouse. And in that bathhouse, men go to have sex with other men. And only they know.
Let's just say freak-offs. Freak-offs.
Baby.
They have Diddy freak-offs.
All over the country. All over. These women don't even know where these bathhouses are. They don't even know that these men are having private sex parties in each other's homes.
Well, they don't want you to tell that either, 704. You telling too much.
But listen.
And to be honest with you, can I be honest with 704? Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
The black women really don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear it. They don't. They don't want to hear it.
I know they don't.
So, and a black man, and a black man don't want you to tell it, and the black women don't want to hear it. So let's just move on.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, until we wake up out of the Lulu land, and then shout out to the black woman who was upset about black men dating white women. Listen, baby, be glad. Let him go on. Let him go on and spread his degeneracy elsewhere. Because all he going to do is leave you with a baby that he ain't want to father no damn way. Okay? And probably leave your credit bad and your damn car needing a damn oil change. Okay. Y'all have a good night.
You too. I enjoyed you, girl. You got to call back more often.
I will, baby.
All right, 917. I just want to say thank you so much for your patience. Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay. No, thanks for having me on. I just wanted to just share my perspective. So I stand with Monique 100%. And here's the kind of like what I see. At the end of the day, Tyler Perry and Oprah are billionaires. Not millionaires, not multimillionaires, billionaires, probably multiple times over. And they made a lot of money with Monique. And, she said, I only made $50,000 for Precious. She's not disputing that contract. She made them a lot of money, a lot of awards. She did what she had to contractually do. She said, listen, this is my third marriage. I have small babies at home, and I didn't want to go to France to promote this movie. If they wanted to compensate her for her time, sure, maybe she would consider it. But they didn't, and she didn't want to do it. And if you look at all these people that won Academy Awards, I think because there's like a curse of the Academy Award. I think there's a few people that won for Best Supporting Actor and Actress. They don't do that well afterwards. I think Monique already knew that. She said, I don't really care about this award. They wanted her to go to promote it. So if she has certain standards for herself, who is anybody to fault her? And if she's a little bit of a diva or a little difficult, so what? Mariah Carey's known as a diva.
Right.
You know, J-Lo is. And
Right.
people respect that. That's
They
her
do.
standard.
They
But
do.
where they went wrong, Tyler Perry and Oprah, whoever, said when they lied about Monique, that's the problem. If they didn't want to work with her again, that's on them. But they should not have put a lie on her, and they should not have put a cloud over her name and taken food out of her mouth, her family's mouth, and her future grandchildren's mouth. And that's what they did was wrong. So if they lied about her, they should step up and apologize publicly. Because whenever you spread a lie about a person, that is so wrong. They didn't have to work with her again, but where they went wrong was lying about her. And now, if everybody has listened to Monique years ago, look what happened to Ms. Taraji. What they did to her was horrible. Taraji should have been treated as she deserved. Did they tell her up front, you're going to be on this set and you're going to be in an infested trailer, you're going to have poor working conditions, you're going to be treated in a manner that is not up to your standards, or really anybody's standards at her level? Would they have treated Glenn Close that way, Meryl Streep that way, Julia Roberts that way? No, they wouldn't have. So Oprah, I believe, and Tyler Perry owe Monique an apology. And what we could do as people, if people don't want to ban or boycott their movies, that's okay. But you know what? You could go on their social media and just apologize to Monique. Maybe they need a little public pressure. Because one thing my mother did when I was little, she said, I'm not going to put manners on you. And if we were around other kids that didn't have manners, she said, you know what, your parents didn't put manners on you, and if you're misbehaving in my presence, I'm going to tell you you're wrong, and I'm going to call you out. And maybe that's what we all should do. These people don't have manners, and say, hey, we're going to let you know, apologize. So that's all I wanted to say.
Well, I enjoy your commentary. Don't go so fast, because I did want to add more, and I wanted to get your thoughts, and I appreciate you calling. So you say that Monique want them to apologize, but did you hear what Tyler Perry said? Tyler Perry, he did apologize in a secret conversation. He admitted to violating her, but then when Monique put that video out, you know, he got mad at her and he was upset. And Oprah said, I told your ass, I told you to leave her alone. Didn't I tell you, Tyler? He was like, you right. And honey, Monique, I guess she still wanted to talk to Tyler Perry afterwards, because she wanted, what did she want? I forgot what she wanted. She was trying to get in contact with Tyler Perry to make it right. I believe she wanted Tyler Perry to go around to tell people that he lied, you know, and to make it right, because she lost a lot of money. Maybe she wanted some extra money as well. Mm-hmm. But he told her he's not interested in talking to her unless she apologized publicly to him and Oprah and tell the world that they had nothing to do with getting her canceled, and she must come to the meeting without Sydney. Ain't that something? And she told that.
No,
she told
that. Listen, here's the thing. Tyler Perry got caught. He lied. So you know what? She recorded him. She even said in the state that she was in, it was legal to record it. And if she didn't have that recording, nobody would have believed her. Nobody would have believed her. So I'm glad that she released it. And Tyler Perry's mad that he got caught, and he has been depicted as a liar. So when we all, as a human, when we all do something wrong, and we will all just become better people from this, right? Set examples from each other. Say, you know what? I made a mistake. Yeah, you know what? I did something wrong. I did put a lie out on her. Apologize. give her money. That's between them. Whoever owes her money, that's when there's settlement. She doesn't need to sue him. Give her the money that they both agreed that she deserves because she made him. Whoever she made a lot of money, they should fix it. You can always undo the wrongs that you did and try. They can't take away the hurt feelings. They can't take away the years they have hurt her. And actually, no matter what check he writes her, it's probably not going to be enough because she would have had that money 10 years ago if she'd invested it properly, all the interest that she lost. So whatever he's going to give her is probably not going to amount to what she has lost or all that time that she could have been working. He needs to say, listen, I was wrong. I apologize. And back then when he was demanding, hey, you need to come and publicly apologize to me, him and Oprah were at a different place perceptually in society. Because I think over the years, we have seen certain things and certain people have come out and shown characteristically the things that Oprah and Tyler Perry have done that are not on the up and up to people. And I'm not going to go into it because I'm not going to just here to gossip about them because I don't know if it's true or not. But people know certain things that have come out and said, hey, listen, I was done wrong by Oprah or Tyler, whether it's true or not, but they don't have this squeaky clean image like they did, let's say 10 years ago, where I thought I was raised by Oprah, right? I was a latchkey kid. Both my parents worked, came home after school. The first thing I did, put on Oprah Winfrey. So I found out I had OCD at 8 years old from watching the Oprah Winfrey show because some man was on there talking about OCD. And I was like, shoot, that's what I have. So Oprah practically raised me, and I thought Oprah could do no wrong. I thought the woman walked on water, okay? I remember one time I was running a marathon, and we were on a line to get our number, and some woman was like, oh, I could beat Oprah's time. She only ran a 4:20. I turned to her and said, you're talking Oprah? And I got into an argument with some woman at a marathon line waiting for my ticket. That's how much, I thought this woman was like, could do nothing wrong. She's only a human. She did something wrong. She put a lie on Monique, and they should just fix it.
Mm-hmm. Now, some people are saying in the comment section, you know what, Tyler Perry, he did admit to it, but it was private. Do you feel like it's the same as a public apology versus when he did it privately and didn't think nobody was listening?
No, I think is that when she recorded him? Because I believe after she recorded him and it was released, that's when he said to her, you need to come and apologize to me and Oprah. I don't know if I have the timeline right. And leave your husband. Don't bring your husband. She wants her husband next to her. That's her decision. And quite frankly, her husband seems like a decent man. I mean, I don't know why he's getting so much hate. It's like,
right.
He seems like a gentleman. I don't know unless, and if he is bisexual or whatever that's between them,
Yeah, that's true.
Between them, and that's her best friend. They know everything about each other. So wouldn't you rather know everything about your partner versus them lying behind your back?
Right.
And as you said, going to the bathhouse anyway?
Right.
If he's going to the bathhouse, she might be driving him and picking him up. Who knows? At least she knows what's happening.
And that's their business.
I'd rather be, that's their business.
Yeah.
That is their business. I think that a public apology at this point, only because that is what Monique has asked for. I think she has been raked through the coals so much over the past 10 years, and she deserves a public apology from both of them. And that shows that nobody is above it. Oprah's not above apologizing and not saying, I'm sorry if you feel I hurt your feelings. What? No. You say, I'm sorry for what I did. Now, when somebody says, oh, I'm sorry you feel I hurt you. No. That's not an apology. That is like how a narcissist apologizes. I'm sorry if you feel I hurt you. That's not a real apology.
Right.
Oprah and Tyler Perry I think they are just, I can't imagine what it's like to be a millionaire, never mind a billionaire multiple times over. They just live in these bubbles they're not in touch with reality. People just yes them. Who knows what that world is like? It's an elite group, where they are just, think everything they touch does turn to gold. So maybe they have some like godlike complex. Look, these are special humans with special gifts. Oprah and Tyler Perry and Monique. And you know what? They've been given a lot in life. They worked very hard. Tyler Perry and Oprah deserve everything that they have because they worked hard for it, and they're talented. That talent comes also from God, and they took those talents and worked hard on it. But you know what? You have to, everybody, you need to forgive. Forgiveness is one of the hardest things, but you also have to admit when you were wrong. And if Monique has said, I would like a public apology, I think the human thing to do is to publicly apologize and show that they're not above it. So, I don't know. I really am glad that Monique did that interview. I hope she has feels like the weight is off her shoulders. And, I didn't know about Shannon Sharp before the Cat Williams interview. But my God, he is like the new Joe Rogan. He's like going to be the new Oprah. I love Shannon Sharp and Club Shay Shay, and he is bringing a place for truth.
Right.
And I'm just glad, and hopefully we just keep, look, when we live in lies, you can only have, deceit and sickness happens in the dark. Shine a light on it. Let's live in truth. Anytime we hurt people, let's say, understand what we did. Try to apologize for it, and if we can't apologize, that says something about us. Like we need to each reflect and be like, why can't I apologize for this? You know what? If I truly did something wrong, we all hurt people, and let's try to make it right. And then maybe things will get better, start getting better and better slowly in society, because clearly things are not going right in the world. This is just a small little thing happening, but it's just a symptom of a larger problem that people just don't want to apologize. But I'm sorry, I'm taking up too much of your time.
No, you're not. This is what this is for. This is what I want. Callers like you calling in and expressing how you feel. I have a question. Now, I don't know what you believe as far as Christian Keys. A lot of people felt that he was talking about Tyler Perry, but he said that he recorded this $1 billion guy, right? And Monique recorded Tyler Perry. I just think Tyler Perry, he is so paranoid now. He gotta be. Everybody recording him, and he don't know that they're recording him. What are your thoughts on that?
Him being recorded. Something? Let's say, he's you know what? I don't know because he hasn't really come out and said much. But Christian Keys, I remember that happening, and then he went silent. So whoever he made that video about, whether it was Tyler Perry or somebody else, he said it was a billionaire. So I'm thinking that they probably paid him because we never heard back from him again. So whoever he had the recording on, they probably called him. They made a deal because where did Christian Keys go? Poof. It was like a magic trick. He was here one day and he's gone. So we don't hear from him anymore. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay
Tyler Perry's a bad person
because he's smiling on yachts with so many guys. Yeah, he's taking pictures, smiling on yachts. He's on live stream. He's smiling. He's having a time of his life. But what got me was he seemed like he was so concerned about other victims. He was like, this guy is paying these black actors $100,000 to bust their ankles, and this guy tried to mess with me a couple of years back. I looked at him like my mentor, and I can't believe he'd do this. I got a whole bunch of recordings. I'm going to the cops tomorrow. And I always wanted to do this. No, he did not do anything. It was just all bluff. And nobody is holding him accountable. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody just magically forgets again.
So if he's smiling on yachts, he's, one thing could be he's smiling because he got paid. And if that was his goal, he achieved it. If his goal was to truly help other people or potential victims, he would have said the name. But did he say that the person assaulted him, or that what's the word? I don't know. I'm forgetting the word. When you just pursue a person or you make an offer.
No,
he said he got victimized.
Yes. He said he was inspired by Cassie. Once he saw Cassie's situation with Diddy and getting all that money, that's what inspired him to speak. But he said it started. Tyler alleged was having a party and he stayed in Tyler's guest room and he got drunk and he stood there afterwards because he was drunk. Then Tyler came in the the bedroom with him. He said, man, I don't get down like that. And then Todd alleged, well, this guy was grabbing on his you know what, kept touching on him, and he's like, no, I'm not like that, stop it. And then he, you know, had several advances towards him in other situations.
Okay, so, all right, wait, but the guy didn't like forcefully try to.
No,
so the guy
no,
appropriately touched
it
him.
wasn't like a aggressive, I'm grabbing your neck. No,
Yeah.
because you know Christian, he's a muscle guy. He got muscles.
Yeah. Here's what and this is probably not going to be popular, but I think any woman or man, right? I think a lot of us have been, you know, maybe inappropriately. People have gone too far.
Right.
Like every person who is going to be inappropriately, not assaulted, right? I'm not saying that, but inappropriately touched, or somebody just kind of was drunk and like, hey man, back off, you know, like just back off, or didn't quite get the hint. Now, when alcohol is involved, people don't have clear minds. I'm not saying it justifies it, and maybe this guy really was enamored with Christian. He's a very handsome man, and then kept trying. But if he didn't sexually assault him, he just was maybe too aggressive. That's being a jerk, but is that illegal? Right? He's just desperate. Like, he really must have liked him. He shouldn't have, if he took away. Anytime you blackball a person,
the only thing he said, he grabbed his, you know what? He grabbed his jewels. Okay, so some people may say, you know, when you grab somebody jewels, that is illegal. But he said that it happened a long time ago. He's not concerned about himself, but he's concerned about other victims, because this billionaire guy, he's always around these attractive men that he pays $100K to drop them ankles, and they do so many things, and he was trying to make it like these are straight guys being gay for money.
But if they're not being forced and it's consensual, then that's between the guy or girl, right? Between two people. So if somebody offers that person, I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, it's none of my business, but if somebody offered somebody $100,000 and it's their choice to do whatever they want to do, that's between them. It's different.
You're
when
absolutely
it's
right.
Now he shouldn't.
I agree with you.
Now he should have grabbed his junk. Yeah.
No, I agree with you,
and
but I
should have punched him in the face.
Let's not do that. But Christian said that he regrets doing that. Christian said he should have popped him, okay? But he said he regrets he should have did it, but he did not. But I to be honest with you, I think it'd be bullshit. I think him and Christian was fucking around. And I think Christian is mad. I don't know why. I think Tyler got a new man and dumped his ass, and he wants some money from it. And you're right. It's not illegal that alleged Tyler is busting these ankles for $100K, but it is known, how can I say, it's illegal in the black community for a black man that has such a church following and is alleged heterosexual in the black community. That is seen like, oh my God, that's illegal. Oh my God, he's an awful person. And by Christian dangling those rumors out there, I think it made Tyler Perry shiver. He's a scary man. And I think he hides behind Oprah. Oprah is like his mother. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
My only thing, Tasha, I never found the Medea funny. Now, my mother loves Medea, so every time I would come home, she had the same few Medea movies on over and over, and she just loved him. And when I was talking about Tyler Perry, so to her, Tyler Perry could do nothing wrong. She just thinks he's a sweet, squeaky clean image person, you know, kind of like a Dick Clark image, like all-American, entertainer.
Like a Will Smith.
And so
like,
she doesn't know any about.
Right. Wouldn't you say Will Smith, he has like this all-American, like this good boy reputation, but he crumbled when the gay rumors hit. And it's like a lot of these good boys, they have an experience with the same gender, but in the black community, that is seen as illegal, you know?
Why is it? So what if they were just openly said, listen, I'm bisexual. Just open about it. I'm bisexual.
That would still be a problem.
From the beginning,
the black community is more homophobic, and they just feel like their black men should be a solid black man. The black man should be the king. The black man should be like solid, and that's just what it is. That's what their ancestors is. You know what I mean? They have this ideology which is so false. Yeah, they want all black men. Anytime they see a black man that's feminine in a dress, oh my God, the white man making him do that. Oh my God, they done turned him out. Oh my God, he's doing it for money. Oh my God, he's bugging. They worry themselves to death about other men.
Putting on the dress things. I don't think that's like. Yeah, I agree with Cat Williams on that. I don't get when all these comedians have to put a dress on for comedy sketches because it's played out. Like, it's not funny anymore. Like, it was maybe funny the first few times, but then it seems like hacky. Like, it's not funny.
I disagree. I think I think it's very funny. I think that, now I'm not like Medea. She's cool, but I'm like not the biggest Medea fan. Yeah. But Medea has garnished so much audience, and she has helped so many people. And these characters, I don't see them more so like a man putting on a dress, like a cross-dresser trying to turn a man on. But these are just characters. Mm-hmm. These are in the entertainment world. They're here just to entertain. And people are entertained by men putting on a dress and becoming a character if he knows what to do. Not just seeing a man put on a dress and he's not into character and he don't know what he's doing, then that's like, okay, you're embarrassing yourself. But these guys, they're talented, they're skilled, and men have always put on dresses since the beginning of the time. But then I look at Shanae. Now, Shanae, she is my favorite when it comes to a man putting on a dress character. Martin, Shanae, oh, I cannot forget. Eddie Murphy, that Norbit. Honey, that is legendary, okay? White chicks, legendary. So every time, it's only one or two people that did really bad when they put on dresses, and people don't even talk about them because they're nothing to remember. But every time a man does it, that does it right, they nail it, and they're great at it, and it's funny.
I agree with you when it's a character, because Medea is a character, is Medea, right? Like, almost become an icon of Medea. Like, that's a whole character.
Medea is an icon. Ain't no mistake about it. Medea is an icon. My favorite is just Shanae, because I like that ratchet. And I like Norbit when Ebony Murphy play that big fat girl with the big bag, and she's all yelling and jealous and stuff.
But what do you think when it's a one-off? Like, when it's a one-off that just comes out of nowhere, like when Kevin Hart did it on SNL on like a one-off sketch.
I don't remember that. I didn't see it. I don't remember it, so I can't say because I don't remember.
That's when I thought it was corny. Like,
some people may fail at it. Like, maybe he's just not good at it.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And
thank you.
Come back to listening.
I
hope
so.
Everybody in the chat is doing well, and God bless.
God bless.
Take care.
Call back. All right.
Bye.
All right. Well, I think we did a success with the phone calls. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the phone calls was a hit tonight? If you think the phone calls was a hit tonight, press 1. We'd love to know what your thoughts about the phone calls. All right. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Big Mama. You know, Big Mama is cool, but she's not my favorite. I don't pay attention to Big Mama. Actually, I don't think I liked Big Mama that much. I watched it. It was all right. But then Big Mama was trying to be a man. Like, wasn't Big Mama still a man? Like, I didn't care for that. If you're going to do a female impersonation, I just want to see a female impersonation. Like Shanae. She wasn't no man. She was fucking Shanae. Big Mama, the character he went undercover as a woman. I didn't care for all that. I didn't care for that storyline. But I like when you stick to the character. Like Norbit, like she didn't get in and out of drag. She just stuck to the character. That was just who she is, And it's funny. And I don't think a woman can come behind and portray and act like she's a man from a woman. It's just different, It's different how they do all that makeup. and how Eddie is acting, how whatchamacallit is acting. I mean, could you see Monique? Could Monique do a funny Norbit? Yeah, I think she'd do a great job. I don't know. Would she be a better or more funnier Norbit? I don't know. What is the funniest movie that Monique has played in? The best movie I can remember Monique playing in is not funny. It was more so Precious, that anger movie where she was like very angry. Now, Monique has played a comedy role as the Parkers. We're the Parkers. Hey, mama. But to me, the Parkers was just not funny to me. I didn't watch it. I watched it when I was bored. I like the Brandy, Moesha, way better than the Parkers. I did watch Moesha, but I didn't watch it because it was funny. I watched it because it was interesting. I wanted to see Moesha, what was she doing next with her homegirls. I love to see Moesha with two of her homegirls. That was the best for me. When it was the girl situation, now when it was the family stuff, it was okay, but I ain't live for that. I live when the girls got together, okay, and lunch in the cafeteria and it was gossiping. I live for that, okay? I live when Brandy, when she have these attitudes and she rolling her eyes and all that, I live for that. So that's my thoughts on that. I love the Parkers. You do, Jessica? I'm not a big fan of the Parkers. Nene was cosplay Shanae Bop. Now, I would say Nene, I think she would do a great job like a Norbit character. Now, that is one person I think would do a great job. And you know who else would do a great job? I think New York. I love New York because she's very over the top. And then she can do all that makeup and shit that's just funny, you know? And the thing about when they're playing the girls, they don't supposed to look pretty. They supposed to look, you know, look like, I don't know what they supposed to look like, honey, but they supposed to look like what they've been looking like. But my definitely favorite is that Norbit and that, and I love Eddie movie in the Nutty Professor when Eddie Murphy plays the little granny and she says, come over here, you're going to be walking back or limping back. You know, I love when he plays her. He's just so, Eddie Murphy is very talented, and I'm convinced every character he plays, I'm convinced, and I'm just stuck on it. So is Martin, you know. They're very talented individuals. They can play anything. All right, so 2 seconds, but stole the show for me. The Parkers was funnier than Moesha. Maybe it was funnier, but when I watched Moesha, I wasn't looking to laugh. I just wanted to see what Moesha was going to do next. Living Color Wanda. You know, Wanda, she was cool, but she didn't do it for me. You know, I know she got the big lips, and I do like when she got into it with the men, when she was giving massages and stuff. I enjoyed it, but she's not my favorite. Wanda's not on my top favorite, but he did a great job, but he's not my favorite. I told you the two of my favorite. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, okay? But I like Martin Lawrence as Shanae. I don't like Martin as Big Mama. I'm not a big fan of Big Mama. I like Shanae. They should have did a movie about Shanae, honey, okay? Okay, oh, you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How Shanae said, how you doing? Okay. I enjoy it. Kim Carey playing the woman on Live in Color was hilarious. Oh, really? I missed that one, you know, but I know all the Careys, they're so talented. How about Raven on That's So Raven show? I miss Raven. I don't know. Do I like the That's So Raven show? Yeah. I watched That's So Raven show. Did I laugh? I didn't laugh on That's So Raven show, but I like seeing what she was going to do next, but I didn't laugh at the show. Okay. It's not many TV shows I sit and I laugh at. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to sit and laugh at a whole show. I don't know what it is. Some shows I did watch. You know who I laugh at sometimes, and it's kind of like dry comedy, like Wanda Sykes. I have laughed at her a few times. That's about the only people that I can really think that I really laughed at. A Living Color, I think I laughed a few times, but not much. I'm not. It's hard for a movie or a TV show to really make me laugh. I'll just look at it, but I won't be laughing. I watched all of that. Man, That's So Raven was hilarious. I didn't laugh at it, boo. But, each his own. But I'm going to get on out of here. I enjoyed talking to you guys and spending time with you guys. So let's get these numbers up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. DJ, where you at? Where you at? Don't forget to like. Make sure you have subscribed. Hit that notification and make sure you have subscribed, okay?